One guy that didn't show it must have texted me 20 times and was already out getting ready to work, so I don't know where he's at. Okay. Well, again, you guys, you can mute yourself or unmute yourself and talk with me, or you can type questions in the chat box when you have questions. I don't want to keep you guys too long here. This is really kind of simple stuff. I think you're in for a great treat. I think you made a very good decision. I don't know what you guys don't know me, but hopefully by the end of this, you're going to know me pretty good. We're going to have some fun. You guys are going to make some money. The one thing I will tell you is that, you know, this is my first training group. I'm just now bringing on people. I've been out doing this quite a while myself, so I'm not asking you guys to do anything I do not do myself. I've been in sales and marketing my entire life, and I'll get into that a little bit more. So it's not, I believe in leading by example. So everything I'm going to share with you today is proven to work. As you guys know, it just takes a little bit of getting out the couch and going out and doing it, but we'll make that easy for you too. One thing you will learn about me is I'm very generous, and people that are loyal to me, I am very loyal back. I have some things in the works right now here. I'm in the Denver metro area. That is actually going to be will definitely be my fourth multi-million-dollar company, and it could be multi-million-dollar company. And you guys that are on the ground floor of this are going to give it and prove that you can succeed, are going to be given an opportunity to get a license to do this in your city with no fee. It could make you hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I'm rolling that out. I officially launched that business Monday. I'm just teasing you right now. I'm not going to even tell you anything about it. But believe me when I say it's huge. And it all ties together. And you guys will be the first people on my list that I reach out to. So if you can go out there and show that you can make this work, you can definitely make that work. So who am I? All right, guys. As I said in the initial webinar, I've built 3 multi-million-dollar companies. I've built a real estate company. We were the fastest growing company in the Denver metro area in the mid-90s. All we worked with was first-time home buyers. We had a huge telemarketing room, and we just went out and did a whole bunch of FHA loans, and we recruited agents like they're coming out of the woodworks. Everyone was flocking to our office because we provided leads. Well, we don't do that here, but back then we did that. You know, telemarketing rules were different in the mid-90s than they are now. I sold my share of the business for quite a bit of money to my partner because I was burnt out because I became a babysitting job. I mean, I couldn't go out and do any sales myself because I had to babysit all the real estate agents. You know, it's the same 80-20 rule. 20% did the work, and they never bothered me. And the 80% that couldn't make any money were always coming to me. I felt like it's like a shrink. You know, I had to deal with their marriage problems, this problem, that problem, and I just got fed up, and I didn't want to do it anymore. So I sold my share of the company, went with my wife, started our own real estate company out of our basement, and we decided we weren't going to take on any reps. Well, we actually took on 2 reps, but we continued to make multi-million. This back in the mid-90s, we were pulling in, I'd say $70,000 a month net after expenses. And I was very sharp, and I still think I'm kind of sharp, and I started, you know, I kept trying to teach real estate agents all along that they should have their own mortgage company so they could double dip the deal. And you get all this resistance because it was against the rules, and I can't remember what it was. You know, when you got to do whatever. And it never was against the rules. You just had to disclose that you were going to make money on the loan too. I guarantee a buyer who's buying a home from you would just as soon do the loan with you because you've already built trust, and they trust you. So we started double dipping, and we were doing the loans, and so we were making, you know, $10,000 a closing between the loan and the real estate commission. And this is out of our basement. I mean, it was phenomenal. And then I decided to expand the mortgage company. Now, this was the mortgage business before, you know, all you had to do was breathe on a mirror to get a loan. In other words, we still had to work for loans. The rules were tighter. I was the first one to roll out a Spanish program here in the metro area, Denver metro area. So we found a Spanish-speaking loan officer. I paid to put her on television. We put her on the Univision. I don't know if you have Univision where you're at, but it's the Spanish-speaking So we had commercials running all the time. And our Spanish side of the business just quadrupled because no one was going after that market at the time. This is now in the early 2000s. And we just exploded. Fortunately, I got burned out. I get burned out real easy. So I started saying, I want to get in this finance business. So my wife continued to run the real estate side. It kind of dwindled a little bit. We never sold that business because, it's kind of hard to sell a business out of your basement. So we just kind of went forward. And I started a insurance brokerage company. And I built that to the third largest company in the nation. And it was just my wife, myself, and eventually we had a receptionist. So I was doing all the business. And as I told you on the last webinar, my final year of that business, I made $3 million in income. That's the kind of tax bill you guys want to have when your tax bill is bigger than 99.9% of people make. It still hurt, but anyway. Someday down the road, I'll tell you exactly what happened with that business as I move forward. I closed that down about 3 years ago. I've kind of been just retired. I'm 49, bored out of my mind. So I've decided to start this fresh because of this big idea I got, but this is the way to approach it. So that's me in a nutshell. As I said, I'm the kind of guy you may want to be around because I don't just dream things, I actually do things. And I fail. I fail a lot. You're going to fail 7 out of 10 times, 8 out of 10 times. And not everything I do works, that's for sure. But I pick myself up and go back to bat. So that's me in a nutshell. I don't want to go. You guys want to get into how you're going to make money. Who cares about what I've done? You guys just care about how you can make money, provide for your families, and have a better lifestyle. And I think what I'm going to show you today can do that for you. You're not going to get rich out of the gates, but you will make money, and slowly that'll grow. And like I said, if you're looking for serious financial freedom, I hope you got, I'm putting the mic down a little lower. If you're looking for serious financial freedom, what I got in the works, for those of you that can make this work and are loyal, you got an opportunity that's going to blow your mind. And it does involve text. So, all right. That all being said, I hope everyone can still hear me. Anyone want to chime in yet? Let's get started. So let's just do this. This is kind of impersonal. Get that out of the way. So, all right. So this will not be sales training. I'm assuming you guys have had some sales background. I am going to give you some ideas of how to approach this. I think you're going to be very excited once you get off this training today. I hope you guys are very excited and ready to go pound pavement. If not today, at least first thing Monday morning. And you're not going to have to pound pavement. You just got to get a hold of the people you already do business with. So it's assumed you know the basics of sales. Talking and walking, that's sales. Let people know what you do. Always ask for the sale. Quit hard selling because you're going in as a consultant and you're going to educate. Okay, that's it. I've worked with enough small business. I get frustrated because I've worked with small business owners with this program. And again, that's one of the reasons I tell you my background, because I've built multi-million-dollar businesses, and I see the way these small business owners think, and I have no clue why most of them are even in business. They have no business sense at all. It's shocking to me to listen to what comes out of these people's mouths sometimes. And they traded one job for another job with more responsibility. So it's imperative that you got to understand you're going to have to educate them, because no one's taking the time to educate them. So just like those guys at trade shows with the knives, Vinsu knives or whatever, you're out there demonstrating the power of the system. Demonstration goes very far. When you show the power of the system, you'll get it sold. You're going to find that the price is never an issue. Okay? I mean, our prices are so low that that's never the issue. The only question is if they see value in the service, and that's your job, to show them the value, and we're going to make it easy for you. So today we're going to talk about the value and the benefits, and I'm going to demonstrate the system and talk about each feature. So, as we said in the previous webinar, all business owners only want one thing: more cash flow and profits. That's it. I don't care what you go. All these people are hitting them every single day to sell them something, and they're talking all their lingo and their jargon and all this, but they're not coming out and saying what the business owner wants to hear. They don't care if their page is on first page of Google. Now, some of them see the value in that, not all. But that's not, they don't care if they're on the first page of Google. You can be on the first page of Google, guys, and still not get a phone call. Or you can be sending people to your website and not get a darn lead because the website sucks so bad. Okay? All they care about is cash flow and profits wherever that comes. They don't want to spend more money than they make. And all traditional advertising who hammer them all day long, print ads, magazines, whatever the case may be, they are taking a gamble every time they commit to that. They don't know what kind of results they're going to get. So they're throwing out money, crossing their fingers, and that's why they're so resistant, because more often than not, they do not get a positive return on their money in their mind. I talked about Groupon on the webinar. That is a waste of money. And let me tell you how these business owners think. This is what I mean by this. I've gone into restaurants where they're doing Groupon and they love it. Well, this one guy says, well, it didn't cost me any money to advertise. I said, what do you mean it didn't cost you any money? They didn't ask for any money up front. I said, but you reduced what you normally sell by 75%, and those people don't come back. That costs you money. I got this one guy, a car wash guy. I said, what are you doing with your loyal customers? Do you offer them coupons or anything? Because, you know, you should reward the people that are loyal to you. That's the people that should be getting your coupons, not strangers. He goes, oh, I give them rewards, and it doesn't cost me any money at all. I said, well, how's that? He goes, well, when they come in here, I'll upgrade them to a car wash level 5 and do extra stuff for them, so it doesn't cost me any money. And I said, so you're telling me that the extra labor and material you have to use doesn't cost you any money? That kind of, you know, he didn't know how to respond to that, obviously, because they think they're so smart. Now, these are mistakes I've made in the past of getting combative. And I don't want you to be combative. I'm very bad that way. I'm probably the worst salesperson in the world because of my success, because I just have very low tolerance for stupidity. And these people, I'm not saying they're stupid, they don't think things through. So how do you get more cash flow and profits? There's only 3 ways. There's only 3 ways, period. You decrease their overhead, and our appointment system can do that. You increase the frequency and money spent by current customers, which is where most business owners fail. While they're out there spending money to try to generate new customers, they should be focusing on their current customers. They're cheaper. And loyal customers will bring them all the new customers they want, as long as they stay on the top of their consciousness. And the third way is to get new customers. And we can do that with our lead generation system. So all marketing and advertising has one purpose, and that's to communicate and engage the receiver of the message. So when you put an ad in the yellow pages, you're trying to communicate your message. When you put something on Google, you're trying to communicate a message to get them to pick up the phone and call. Every time you advertise, you're just trying to communicate a message. And nothing engages and communicates today better than text messages. And you're going to see some resistance to this, and we'll cover that. Between 95 and 97% of all text messages are read, and 85% of those are read within 1 hour. So you got immediate delivery. You know your message is getting read. Now it's just up to the message. Industry experts agree that less than 17% of consumers will read your email. And email is almost the second most effective, because less than 1% is going to read a mail piece. How many people are going to the newspaper now? How many people go to Yellow Pages now? Okay? So you can make your own deductions on print and mail, but it doesn't matter. None of them are going to get an 85% read rate within 1 hour. And all of us, including you guys, like I said on the previous webinar, I'm sure your mobile phone's sitting right next to you right now. We're mobile. Those smartphones are just tiny little computers. Yeah, I'm guilty as anybody. I'm not crazy. I don't go crazy like my kids do with the mobile phone. But I sure don't let it out of my sight. Look around you. Go anywhere. Go to the mall today. Go to church. Whatever. Everybody is in the head down position staring at their mobile phones. Go anywhere they're in public, and they're all just staring at their mobile phones. I don't care what their age is. So if you ask a business owner these questions, you kind of let them sell themselves. And that, obviously, we'll get to how to get to this point. But First of all, do you have your mobile phone nearby? What do you think their answer is going to be? Yep. And how far do you let it get away from you? Not very. Do you read your text messages? Well, yep. How quickly do you read your text messages? Well, immediately. And I'm telling you from experience, guys, every appointment I'm in, that mobile phone is right next to them. And when I show you how we demonstrate it, it's really slick. Have you ever read or text when you endangered your life or someone else's life? Well, what do you mean? Well, have you ever read or text when you were driving? That's how important text messaging is to people. We've all done it. We know it's stupid, but we've all done it. And your customers, well, don't you think your customers are the same? Well, yeah. Okay. Okay, my advice, guys, I want you guys to plan ahead, but be quick on your feet. Almost everyone you approach has already been approached about text messaging, I assure you. They may even already have a platform in place, but they do not know how to use it. You are not going out there introducing them to something new. They've already thought about it, and I'm going to tell you all the objections you're going to get. I'm going to tell you everything. They've already been approached, but you guys are going to be going in different. You're going to stand out like a sore thumb because you're not going in like everybody else. And you're going to walk away with sales the majority of the time. The toughest part of this job for you guys is to get that appointment. And that's why it's imperative you start with your sphere of influence, because referrals will do the rest. Okay? So you need to plan ahead. You need to know what you're going in there to present and stay focused. Because the minute you start clouding their mind with all these bells and whistles, I mean, when you see the platforms, I'm not going to cloud your minds today. All the different things we can do with these platforms. I have 2 platforms. You guys will be using 2 different platforms depending on what you're focused on. Okay, so why are we different? Because, number one, we focus on one benefit and only one. So when you're walking in and you decided to go call on chiropractors, you're walking in with one purpose. You're not going to say, you can do this and that and this and that and this and that with this program. You're going to focus on one benefit. And you'll know what benefit to focus on. However, you're going to need to know how to adapt once you're there. As I said, 99% of them have been approached about text messaging with one specific goal. And yet very few of them are doing it. So if all these business owners are approached by these text messaging platform sellers, how come very few of them are doing it? It's because they've all been approached to start a text loyalty club, to build a list and text out your specials to bring people back to their business. That's all they're pitched. That's all they're pitched. Here, put this 10 on your table. Here, tell people to join your loyalty club so you can offer them text some great specials. Now, of course, we can do that too, but we're going to approach it differently. So although you're offering the same benefit to some businesses you approach, you will be prepared to overcome their 2 major objections. And you're going to hear this, and I love this one. Here's their number 1 objection. I don't want to be a nuisance to my customers. You know what I mean? They don't want to, well, my customers will quit coming back to me if I keep texting them. And their second biggest objection is it's too complicated. They don't want to put in the effort, time, or work to learn the system. Remember that they're in the whatever business. Chiropractors, doctors, they got so many computer systems that'll blow your mind. And they think that it's going to take all this, oh, God, all this training and blah, blah. Oh, man, oh, God, I don't want to do that. It's too complicated. So we're going to overcome these objections before they even become objections, as you always do in sales, right? So overcoming these 2 objections. First off, let's talk about price. It won't become an objection. I'll tell you why. You can probably tell it's never an objection. Think about it. Once the small setup fee is out of the way, they're looking at $49 a month for up to 500 text messages. So the only question is, will the system pay for itself? All right. So imagine they just get 200 people in their database, which is very, very simple. Now, statistics show us that depending on the type of business and the offer, between 5 and 42% of subscribers will respond to a message. So if just 5% respond and the offer results in just a $5 profit, they brought in $50, which pays for the system. And that's just one text. They should do 2 or 3 a month. Not always. I'll get into that. And here's the big one that I'm going to try to ingrain in you throughout this whole training session. Okay, this is something, if you guys understand, you will beat everybody out there, and people that do have a system will switch to you. because it's the hidden benefit that the business owners are never taught by your competitors or even think about. Because it's not measurable by it, but it is real, and it's more important than immediate responses to a text message. Any of you guys have an idea? Okay. What's more important? Could be possibly more important than immediate response and seeing trackable results? Well, you guys have to understand, you need to hammer this home. Every time the business sends out a text message, the business is getting their name in front of their customer, therefore staying on the top of the customer's consciousness. Now this is huge, guys. It results in more repeat business, loyalty, and referrals, but it's hard to measure. So when I say pizza to the three of you, what do you immediately think of? Well, if you're like and I say this in the presentation, well, Pizza Hut, Domino's, Papa John's. Right. And those companies spend millions and millions in dollars every year just so you respond that way. They're not trying to sell you. Now, they do ask you to buy something on the commercial, but they have commercials at 10 in the morning. What they're trying to do is keep their company on the top of your consciousness. That's what all those big brand names are doing. Because when you think of pizza, you'll think of them. Now, I belong to Papa John's email alert club. And Papa John's is not my favorite pizza. There's a lot better pizzas out there. And they'll email me 2 or 3 times a week with a special. I have never, ever called up Papa John's and ordered one of their specials. But you know what? I guarantee you, because I get those emails, I have probably ordered 4 to 6 pizzas when I normally wouldn't have. Just because I'm sitting there, don't know what to do for dinner. Boom, there's Papa John's. I think I'll just order Papa John's. I don't even look at their special. I just call up and order my normal, the thing I like, and pay full price. I want you to think about that. Because they're staying on the top of my consciousness. They're at least getting 6 more pizzas ordered out of me a year. So spending $40 a month to get your name in front of your customers 2, 3, 4 times is priceless. Priceless. So that when they're standing there in a party or a social event with their friends, and their friend says, boy, I got a toothache. Oh, man, you got to go see my dentist. Because you're so ingrained on their consciousness that you immediately roll off their tongue. Oh, I feel like Mexican food tonight. Boom. Oh, I need a good massage therapist. Boom. All right, back to the 2 other objections. I don't want to be a nuisance to my customer by texting them. And this is where I just start kind of laughing. Give me a break. I don't say this to them, of course. I want you guys to understand this. First of all, their customers will not even sign up to receive text messages unless they want to be updated. You're not forcing people to sign up on the text notification. They're only signing up because they want to receive deals and notifications. So you're not being a nuisance. If you text them every day, you'll become a nuisance. You know, we recommend no more than once a week. And I think when you see as we go along here the way you're going to approach this, that's too much. So that objection's gone. You know, I have an old saying that made me kind of successful, and that is, I know my customer and he ain't me. Just because I think, act, and do things one certain way doesn't mean my customers do. I'm not a big Facebook fan. I got Facebook fan pages everywhere, but I never get on Facebook. So why would I have fan pages? Because my customers do get on Facebook. Just because I can't stand it, I don't want to share my personal life with everybody, doesn't mean my customers don't. And secondly, depending on the solution you're selling, you can think of anyone, and I mean anyone, that would be upset about receiving a text that read like this. Hi, John. Just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. Come on down this week and I'll give you a gift. Would you guys be upset if you got a text message from a pizza, a restaurant you frequent that sent that to you? A personalized message that said, hey, John, just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. Come on down this week and I'll give you a gift. Could you possibly see any scenario where you would be upset with that text message? Absolutely not. Number one, it's personalized. Did you know the most important word to every single human is their name? Studies were done, I don't remember what university, it was back west, California, where they had they pulled in a whole bunch of very sound sleepers that are used to sleeping by railroad tracks and airports and things of that nature, and they put them to sleep, and they try to wake them up with different noises and stuff. Nothing would wake them up until they walked up to them and whispered their name in their ear. They would wake up immediately. Nothing is more powerful than a person's name. Or if you're a dad, dad wakes you up pretty quick too. So, the other objection, well, it's too complicated. I don't need any more technology. I cannot wrap myself around our current tools. How can I learn a new one? Listen, guys, everyone can email today. And our system is as easy as sending an email. In fact, easier in most cases. So you're going to overcome this objection just by doing a simple demonstration. Any questions yet? Comments? Okay. You just have to overcome any objections they could possibly have. And we just came over price, nuisance, and complicated. So why can't you make the sale? Because you didn't overcome those 3 objections before they came up. I mean, we're the most competitively priced out there. More than likely, you went in unprepared, not knowing what single benefit to focus on, and we're all over the board, and a confused mind never buys. So decide today what you want to focus on first, then spread your wings once you have it down to a science. But know enough to adapt. In other words, if you want to do pick a feature you want to do in this thing, and that's the people you should target. All right, guys, I'm going to get into something that is going to blow your mind, because this is how you sell it, and this is why you're going to be different. I'm going to show you a very unique approach that, when done right, will land you all the clients you want. I'm getting some background noise, so I'm going to... Okay. We'll get to a point where when I'm demoing this thing, you're probably going to want to unmute yourself. Let me get through the basic sales of this, and then we'll unmute, and you guys will start asking questions as I demo, and then we'll do Q&A. All right, I assure you, nobody else is approaching business owners this way. You'll definitely stand out in the crowd. I think you're going to love this, and I want you guys to put yourself in the position as a business owner and a consumer or a customer as we go along here. This is so sweet. The approach. Hey, Mr. Business Owner, let me ask you, if it didn't cost so much and take up so much of your time, do you think that sending a personal postcard to all of your clients, patients, customers, once a month on special occasions, birthdays, anniversaries would ensure their loyalty? I mean, think about it. If your dentist sent you a personal postcard like that, would you even consider going to the competition? Do you think you would owe that dentist more referrals? And then listen for their response. If they say no, you can pick up and leave, because you're not going to sell them a thing. If they don't see the power, if they don't understand that by sending a postcard, a personalized postcard to every single one of their clients once a month is not going to ensure their loyalty, increase their business, increase their referrals, they're a moron. So if they say no, just say, well, good luck to you. All right, let's continue. So you guys are going to get all this presentation, everything in a package at the end of this, so don't worry about it. You don't have to write anything down. That's it. Mr. Business Owner, let me ask you. Dr. Johns, let me ask you something. If it didn't cost so darn much money and take up so much of your time, do you think that sending a personal postcard to all your current patients once a month and on special occasions like birthdays and anniversaries would ensure their loyalty to you? I mean, think about it. If your doctor sent you a personal postcard like that, would you even consider going to the competition? Do you think that they would owe that doctor more referrals? All right. Dr. Johns, in all my years as an adult, I have never had my dentist, whatever they are, send me anything but a pre-printed Christmas card. I assure you, if my dentist ever sent me a postcard, a personal postcard, I would never leave them. And I would tell everybody I knew, because it would be so different. Heck, I don't even get a birthday card from my family. Do you? Most people don't. So listen to their response. You guys know what I'm talking about. You don't get any personal postcards. All right. Well, Dr. Johns, the problem is that it takes a lot of time and money to do this for a business owner. I mean, to personalize every card, and I only mean dropping their name in, segmenting your customer list for birthdays and anniversaries, and that could just mean an anniversary that you share with them, okay? Then printing the cards and postage could run you $2 each when you factor in time. Dr. Johns, how big is your list? That's a very important question. Dr. Johns or whomever, how big is your list? Now listen to the answer. If they say they have no list, you're going to play on that, and I'll come back to that in a moment. Oh man, you have a list of $500? 500 people? That's great. So if you send a postcard to that list, that'd run you roughly $1,000 or more a month, minimum, just to send out one postcard each month. But you'd have to agree that would probably be the best marketing money you spent, wouldn't you? Yeah. Well, if I could show you a very low-cost, highly effective alternative, would that interest you? Would that be something you could see value in? Yeah? You just made a sale. No? Have a good day. Because they're not going to buy anything. So I'm telling you, if they say no, you won't sell them a thing, and they are doomed as a business owner. They just don't understand marketing. If they say yes, you're going to stand out and close most of them. If they say yes, it's a done deal when you show them what you have. If they say they have no list, and most of them don't, this is, guys, the reason I made so much money in my insurance brokerage things because I had a list of email list. This is before all these new technology. I had a list of 20, I think it was 28,721 people. Every time I sent a mass email out to those people, remember I was a national company, I knew I would make $5,000 the very next day. The money's in the list. So if they have no list, they're behind the 8 ball already, so you got to play on that. See, a customer list is the biggest asset of any business owner. So if they have no list, ask them this. Dr. John, what are your plans to do with your business once you're ready to retire? Are you going to just walk away, give it to the family, or would you like to possibly sell it? Of course, listen to their answer. Well, you do realize that building a massive customer list is the single largest asset of your business. When someone is looking to buy, they're really buying your customers. And you need to have proof of that asset. And you do that by building a large list. Wouldn't you agree? Now, guys, here's the thing about these business owners. And I take this to heart. I don't know if you guys own a home or not. But I assure you that every single homeowner knows the value of their home and goes to bed praying and hoping their property will appreciate. Maybe not every night, because it doesn't happen that quickly, but you get my point. You all know the value of your home, and you want it to go up in value. Of course, your home going up in value is almost totally out of your hands. You can do some improvements, but that's about it. It's relying on outside economic conditions. Don't you think that every single business owner has a general idea of what their business is worth and would like it to appreciate in value so that they can sell it someday? So now you're hitting a hot topic for them. You're talking to them about increasing the value of their business by building a list. You're educating them. Because it is the list that when someone goes to buy a business, they're going to look at annual revenue. But that's just a piece. They don't care about all the equipment in there. That's anyone that thinks that the business is worth the equipment is out of their mind. Equipment becomes obsolete, depreciates, it's useless. When someone's coming in to buy a business, they are looking at the annual revenue, and then what do? They're going to look at the customer base to try to figure out if that annual revenue will maintain or go up. See, it was very hard for me to sell my insurance agency because it was me. My entire customer base was buying into me. And if I just sold it to somebody else, that loyalty wouldn't have transferred over. Because when you're talking money, people buy into people. When you're talking a restaurant or something of that nature, It's the systems or the recipes or whatever. Okay, so they need to build a massive customer list because it increases the value of their business. And I guarantee you they're thinking about that all the time. I guarantee that 8 out of 10 of the people you see cannot stand running that business and would like to get out of it. All right, so here's the simple steps to build a massive asset for the business owner and loyalty from the customers with our system. You have the owner train all employees to simply ask each customer, either at checkout or wherever, if they would like to receive coupons, discounts, and notifications via text. You get the name, the number, and their birthday and special occasions. And once a night or week, enter it into our system. You set it and you forget it. And you mass blast on special occasions. And then they're going to sit back and watch their loyalty explode. So here it is. Let's say they have a cashier where people check out, or they're a dentist's office or whatever, something like that. In other words, almost anything other than a place where people sit at tables. You say, I have a customer appreciation program. And they're going to collect the following information and enter it into the system you're going to sell them. And the question to ask at checkout is this. Hey, John, we really like to reward our loyal customers. Do you mind if we text you occasionally with great coupon specials and announcements? If the guy answers yes, complete the form. And if they answer no, they're really not that loyal to your business anyway. So who cares? They're never coming back. Oh, by the way, John, we also like to do something very special for you on the week of your birthday. What's the day and month of your birthday? And they just enter it in here, and at the end of the day, they just go enter it into our system. Or at the end of the week, they enter it all into the system. You'll see how all that works in a moment. Now, see, one of the problems with all the other text companies out there, they're going out and saying, here, just put this table tent up or this flyer out and say, have people offer a 20% discount that's put on the flyer. And we have some of those. I'll show you some examples. Text this to that to get a 20% meal discount off your meal today. Well, there's a few problems with that in my mind. Number one, you're giving a 20% discount when they're already there. They were prepared to pay full pop, and you're giving them a 20% discount when they're already there, ready to pay full pop. So you're giving away 20% of your money. That's a big problem. Second problem is you don't know how loyal that customer is. They may just be trying to save 20% today, then unsubscribe from your list later. Your true loyal customers will willingly give you this information without an incentive, with the promise of incentives later. And you're engaging with them personally to do it. Whatever happened to personal engagement? It's gone to the wayside. All right? Let's say you're a restaurant. When the waitress walks up with the bill, she basically says the same thing, and this is you cut these in thirds, and you let the person fill it out. And the people that fill it out are loyal customers. You could do it the other way. I just like this way better, and you'll see why. So we provide them with these things. So if you three, I think there's three. I don't know if anyone else joined us. Let me check. Yeah, the three of you. If the three of you will just focus on this program alone, you're going to make it. You will show them how to truly market and keep customers coming back and increasing their long-term, lifetime customer value of each customer. Instead of chasing new customers, bring your current customers back more often so they spend more money with you over time. And a happy customer will bring you all the referrals you'll ever need. What's wrong with sending a text? Hey, it's your birthday. Hey, John, I wanted to wish you a happy birthday. Come in, I got a special treat with you. Make sure you bring your friends. You didn't ask for referrals. You said bring your friends. And if their friends like it, your place, aren't they going to come back? It's subtle. I think that anyone that wants to make money in their life should go to college. I'm not a big believer in college, but if they do go to college, and I have a college degree, but if they do go to college, they should just study psychology. Because if you understand the human mind, you'll be the greatest salesperson ever. It's subtleties that make a difference. Bring a friend. Don't tell other people about us. No, bring a friend with you. That's how you get referrals. Hey, Ann, come in today and get 50%. Hey, come in today and bring a friend. I'll give you both 50% off a massage. That's how you get referrals. All right? So, again, you're going to stand out from all other text platforms and sales reps out there because no one approached them with this. Nobody. I guarantee it. And you're going to be able to replace any system they may already have because very few systems allow this to be done like ours does. And if they do have a system, and I haven't seen it like that, they're totally neglecting this powerful strategy. Like I said, most of them are just relying on customers texting into a number so they can get their immediate discount. You're going to be seen as an advocate for that business owner with their true well-being in mind. And you can approach every single business to help build a database. I don't care what business they're in, this approach works. Now, you got to understand that this program requires the business owner to work just a little harder, but it's well worth it. And we can offer a plan where we do it all. They just fax us the list once a week, or they can scan and email it. Prices vary, but it is commissionable. You guys earn money. So we do all the major holiday blasts, birthdays, and we do everything. We build the templates, and it's typically just an additional $15 a month plus 10 cents a name. A lot of them are going to, so you guys get 50% of that. Everything we do, guys, is commissionable because you're the one out there pounding the pavement and getting the business. So you can, if your objection is, oh, I don't have time to do that, oh, that's all right. For an extra $15 a month, if you can just fax us the list once a night, we'll handle everything. And 10 cents a name, that's a one-time fee. 10 cents to enter the name, and it's not perpetual. I hope you guys are seeing a different light to what we're doing here, because I'll show you some calculators in a moment. So if you get nothing else from the power of this program alone, the value of this program is immeasurable, even if they pay us to handle it all. If you guys don't see the power in this, let me expand. If the business owner does nothing else, doesn't send out a text with coupons, doesn't send out specials, text specials, doesn't text out any event announcements. All they do is send out a mass personalized text on every holiday, birthday, anniversary alone. Their customers will return more, stay loyal, and spend more money with them year after year after year. Because you're staying on the top of their consciousness, and you're building a relationship with them. Most business owners will see and understand this, and no other text platform sales reps are talking about this. You're going to stand out. So learn it, believe it, and sell it. Let me stress this, guys. If they do nothing else with their text platform at $49 a whopping $49 a month, but send out a text on, and there's a holiday every month, by the way, some kind of holiday. We got Memorial Day this month. Send out, John, just wanted to wish you a happy Memorial Day. See you soon. Hope to see you soon. Wouldn't you guys love to get a text like that from a business you frequent? God, they didn't try to sell me nothing. What would go through your mind? Think about it. Happy Thanksgiving, John. Take care of that family. John, it's your birthday. Come down here this week. I got something. Come in this week, anytime this week. Got something special for you. You don't even have to say what the special is. Do you see the power of this? Well, if you don't see the power of this, you're going to have a heck of a time selling this thing. All right, appointment reminders and more. So I'm going to demo how this part of it works, if you guys are ready. Any questions up to this point? Unmute yourself and ask questions, comments, anything. I'd really like some interaction here, guys. There's only 3 of you. I feel like I'm alone. Well, at least I'm getting a chuckle now.
Is it Morgan or Mike?
I'm Mike.
Mike, okay.
Morgan's my daughter. It's her. She's the one that's registered with the GoToWebinar.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't have too many questions because, well, first, this whole business is really new to me, this texting. But so you're saying that most all other text platforms don't ever even approach this personalized message approach.
Right. If you go out there in any restaurant you're at, go to Taco Bell or anywhere, they're all offering it now. But the few mom and pop places that offer it, you'll see something that says free dessert. Text dessert to 72727. Okay, so if I do that to get my free dessert, I immediately get a text back that says, show this to the cashier for your free dessert. Well, that's great. You just put someone in your database. So that's better than nothing, right? Now that restaurant can reach out to me by text all the time. Except for, that doesn't mean I have any loyalty. That means I just wanted a free dessert. And I can unsubscribe from that list anytime. But when I'm getting text from that restaurant that says, Mike, I just want to wish you a happy holidays. That's a totally different approach. Or if they're actually asking me to, if they walk up to me and say, hey, would you like to receive some specials and things of that nature? Would you like to sign up to our text alert club? They're engaging with me. If I say no, that means I'm not that loyal or care anyway, right? I'll probably never come back. But if I like the restaurant, I'm gonna say, yeah, that'd be great. That's a totally different approach. I'm not saying they can't do it the old-fashioned way. I'm saying it's a different way of looking at it, and I believe that our method's better. Engaging with people, and so our text messages will have my name dropped into it. Their text messages won't.
Well, then how do those other texting platforms get that person's phone number to text them in the first place?
Because the minute so if they're offering me a free dessert,
yeah,
text dessert to 72727.
Well, yeah, how did they get that text to them in the first place?
Because I'm texting from my mobile phone. So it's just all technology. I text from my mobile phone, it captures my phone number, and it knows it's a mobile phone, and now I can communicate to that mobile phone anytime I want.
I know, but they texted them the free dessert offer discount. How did they get that to them?
No. This is all point of purchase. So I'm sitting in the restaurant. I'm sitting in the restaurant already. That's what I mean. I've already came into the restaurant. I'm prepared to pay full price. But they offer me a 20% discount if I text my name in. Well, hell, I'll do that all day long and get 20% off. Then I'll just unsubscribe.
Oh, so they just saw a sign.
Yeah. A flyer, a tabletop, whatever they do. Yeah.
I understand. Okay.
So and that's so hokey, and it's just not as effective. Because if I want a free panzanita with my or sopapilla with my meal, I'll text, get my sopapilla, then I'll unsubscribe. Or they offer me a 10% discount to sign up for their loyalty club. Okay, I'll do that and then unsubscribe.
All right. Yeah, I understand now.
And that's where everyone's missing the boat. You're giving away the farm for nothing. I'd rather have a smaller database of true loyal customers than a huge database of people that are just mooches. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Would you rather have 100 people in your database that are loyal customers, or 500 that are just mooches that the only time they're ever going to come into you is to save some money?
Right.
That's why Groupon's going to fail, because Groupon shoppers are Groupon shoppers. They have no loyalty to those stores. They just want the discount, and they just wait for the next Groupon offer to come through, and then they go to that store. Groupon will fail eventually, because they're putting businesses out of business. So
that is true.
Did that answer the question?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, let me try to get to a demo, and you'll kind of see how this works then. You don't have to remute. Let's see. You guys in your package you have a link for all this stuff. How to log in. I'm going into my master client account here. So don't worry if you're not going to learn. There's videos to show you how to do this, and it's really simple. I got videos, and I got a link in their package where you can go watch 2 short 3-minute videos to how to do this. But I'm going to roar into. You guys are going to be using this dental demo. Don't worry what the business is. Just because it says dental, it's the same. It works for everybody. You understand?
Right.
You guys are going to log into this place to do the demo. And this is what you're going to see when you first get in, and you're going to click Contact Manager View. And again, I got instructions, and that's what pops up. Okay? So depending on what you're doing, let's talk about appointment setting first, all right? What they're going to have here is a huge list of their database. So this is one. If this is big, they won't even see this. So they can just search. I searched for Mike, and anyone with the first name Mike's going to pull up here. So now I've narrowed it down. And so you're sitting there at my dentist, my chiropractor, and you're scheduling an appointment for next month. So I find you in here. I click on you. I just click on you here. I add you. By clicking that button, I click Send SMS Message. I pick my template. They're already built. They have to build them. We train them on to do this, or they can pay extra, and we'll do it. So I go to Appointment Reminder. I come in here. I change the time. So if their appointment's at 10, I just change it to 10. Click Send At. Click this calendar. If I said it's next month, let's say it's their appointment for June 22nd. The text says tomorrow, so I always do it the day before. I send them at 12 p.m., and then you can click check your time zone. It doesn't matter because it's going out the day before. Send and schedule. Pretty easy. Now, I know you guys think, oh, okay, what? But that's how easy it is. They just scheduled, so if I go to my scheduler here, and I go to June, look, there it is. And look what the message says. This is what they'll receive in their text. Hi, Mike. Just a quick reminder that you have an appointment with Dr. Doe tomorrow at 10. Please call if there are any problems. For reply by text, Diane. Now, doesn't that text look like it just came out, that Diane just personally texted that to me?
Yeah.
So, I'm going to unschedule that. So that's how the appointment system works. All right, well, so now they have a new client. So we'll go back here. We'll go to home. Okay, and David, we'll put you in here. Who's talking to me?
Yeah, this is Dave.
Okay, David, we'll put you in here. So I come down to this little person here. Dave, you're brand new to my business. I click on this little person. I'll put your name in here. I capitalize it. And do you mind if I put your number in here?
Yeah, no problem.
The other 2 guys will see it.
That's okay.
All right. So you always just have to put +1. What's your phone number, David?
505-514-4819.
And I save you. And there you are. Now you're in my database, so I can search for you, right?
Right.
Now watch this. I'm going to send you a text right now. You got your mobile phone with you, David?
Never leaves me.
I bet. That's why I asked. So I'm just going to click David's number here. I'm going to add him down here. I'm going to send him a text message. I'm going to pretend you have an appointment in 3 minutes, David. So I put appointment reminder. I'll just leave the time here. Send at. We're going to send it today, the 19th. And right now it is 9:58, so I'm going to send it at 10. So you'll get this in 2 minutes.
All right.
10 o'clock a.m. Mountain Time. It'll adjust for your time. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll hear it if it hits me.
So in 2 minutes, you're going to get an appointment schedule reminder from me. So if you can just chime in when you get that and tell everyone you got it, and that it's personalized and it says, "Hi, David."
Okay.
Now, is that slick or what, guys?
Yep.
Hey, Wes, glad you joined us. I'll unmute you in case you want to talk. All right. Okay. Do you see how you could just focus on this one aspect of loan for any business that schedules appointments? Now, let me show you how it gets better, all right? Let's say I want to text all these people something. I'm not going to do it. You just click that. It selects everybody. Add them to list. Send them all a text message. You can write something. Hi. Name. That's how you personalize it. Just wanted to wish you a happy Memorial Day. Come see us soon. Right? Then I can leave send. I can just click send, and it's gone to all 4 of those people who get that message, and it'll drop everyone's first name right in there. So Brenda, Michelle, David, and Mike will get a text saying, "Hi, Brenda. Just want to wish you happy. Hi, Michelle. Want to wish you." You see how that's personalized? I hope you guys are seeing the power of the magic of just putting their first name in there. How powerful that is.
And as far, like I say, this whole industry is new to me, but and I hope you're very familiar with competition or whatever that they may have. They don't have most other or any other text message platforms don't have that capability.
Very.
I just got a text.
You got a text. What does it say, David?
Let me see here. Hi, David. Just a quick reminder that you have an appointment with Dr. Doe tomorrow at 11. Please call if there are any problems.
Wow.
Oh, man. I will make sure I am there.
Now, one thing I wouldn't do is I would not allow them to call. Because if you have a smartphone, I don't know if you do, David, all you got to do is click on that number. You don't give them a path of resistance to cancel your appointment.
Right.
So I would say, please call us if you need to change that, but don't give them the phone number. So that was pretty cool, wasn't it?
Yep.
All right. So now if you go back to what we were talking about before, how to build a true loyalty list, and you're signing people up at the register, or they're going to the table with those things. Say, hey, would you like? You remember the training, the program? I think that you guys should focus on. All they're doing is add them in this list. Now, I can have as many templates as I want. So if I go to Manage Templates,
templates meaning personalized messages.
Templates mean that they're pre-written, and you write them once, you never have to write them again. So that's what I mean. It's easier than email. Once I write a Thanksgiving template, it's in there forever.
Yeah. Now, can we go back to my other question? I don't know if you answered that one. Do you know of any other competition platforms that allow these businesses to personalize the names?
Yeah, there are other very few platforms, but it doesn't matter because none of the people out selling the platform are even aren't even mentioning what we're talking about today. The most powerful thing of this whole texting system, and they're not even talking about it because they don't get it. All of them are out there pitching is put these table tents up at get them to text into your club, and then text them coupons and specials. First of all, these business owners don't want to keep giving away specials and discounts all the time, do they? Would you?
They don't have to.
If I got loyal customers that are going to come back to me and pay full pop, why would I keep giving them discounts?
Well, my understanding was the times that they gave them those discounts were only during slow times when it's either give a discount or let business be slow for a few hours during slow times. That's when they mostly put out those discounts to try to bring in customers that they normally wouldn't be getting.
Okay. Okay.
During, you know, hey, come in, we got a happy hour between 2 and 4, come on in and you got a special.
Okay, so here's what I do. All right, I select everybody, I send an SMS message, hey, and I always put in the first name. We're a little slow today. Come in for 2 for 1 drinks. Bring your buds, friends. Right?
Right.
So then I just do the same thing, but number one, I personalize it, but two, I have much more functionality. So if I send it right now, everyone's going to get the same thing. I just did it. In other words, yes, that's what everyone's selling out there, but our system does that too. What I'm trying to ingrain in you guys is go in there different. But what I was trying to say to you is if you're sending out a message, this is the most important part of our system, you guys. It's so stupid.
Is the name.
Is the name.
So that's what my question was, is that this program that you have, most other programs don't have that ability to personalize a name?
Oh, okay. No, they don't. And if they do, it doesn't matter. If I'm sitting at a table and I see a text dessert to 72727, okay? It doesn't capture my name. It doesn't know who I am. The only way to get the name is to have people actually give you their name. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's what's different. So if you go in with our approach where they actually physically engage and say, hey, would you like to sign up for our, and we do something special on birthdays, now they got the name, then they physically come in or they hire us to come in here and build this database with the first name in it. Now it changes the whole game for them. It truly becomes a massive tool. Because when you're getting a text with your name in it, it is infinitely more powerful than just getting a text that says, we're a little slow today, come in for 2 for 1 drinks, bring your friends. Which one's more powerful? Hey, David, we're a little slow today, come in for 2 for 1 drinks, bring your friends. Or, we're a little slow today, come in for 2 for 1 drink. Which one's more powerful to you?
Oh, definitely the name. I know all about the power of a person's name.
And that's what you got to impress upon the business owner. Just the same way I'm doing with you guys. So, hey, Dr. John, we're a little slow today. Come in for 2 or you get a text, Dr. John just says, we're a little slow for today. Come in for 2 for 1 drink. So this is the main system right here in this back office is where you're going to be setting most people up. You're not going to be doing the work. You're just selling. But if they want us to do all this, build their templates, put in their names, it's an extra fee that's commissionable. It ain't going to break the bank, an extra $15 a month and 10 cents a name. Once David's in here, it's 10 cents. I don't charge 10 cents every month for David's name. But there's work.
Just to put it in one time.
Yeah, you guys got to understand, I'm not making a fortune off your sales. I'm trying to build a team where I can take you guys to the next level with that thing we talked about at the very beginning, the licensing thing. You understand?
Yeah.
And text messages cost me money. Every single text that goes out costs me money. Wes, you got your hand up here. You're unmuted. You should be able to talk, unless you got yourself muted.
Maybe I was mistaken, but the time that I have on my email just says 9 o'clock. So I guess I don't know what I missed.
Mountain time.
9 o'clock, 10 o'clock Mountain time, 9 o'clock my time. So I don't know if it was started at 8 o'clock. So I don't know what I missed.
Well, you missed about an hour, but I'll get you caught up later. I don't know. Did that email come from GoToWebinar?
Yes, my time. The email that I got says 9 a.m. my time and 10 o'clock Mountain time.
It should have said 9 a.m. MD, Mountain Daylight Time.
The problem is the GoToWebinar cannot figure out you guys in Arizona. You guys got everything whacked out. You're the only state that doesn't do daylight savings or something.
Yeah. So trust me, I was just. But that's.
I text you.
Yeah, that's what I did. I saw the 10 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. That's no big deal.
Yeah, I'll get you caught up. David, did he miss a lot or what?
Nothing that he can't
Catch up. All right.
get caught up. Yeah.
But you guys are starting to see how we're different and we approach differently, I hope.
Well, yeah, and that's the one thing I look for first or most in what I sell is I just got to be the best out there.
I'm going to tell you,
know
David,
that I'm selling the best thing, the best system that's out there.
all right, I'm going to tell you a true story. Happened yesterday morning. You've heard of Sports Clips.
Actually, no,
Yes.
I haven't.
All right, well, it's just a haircut place where you watch sports.
Oh, yeah,
Just a
yeah.
haircut place. All right, and I had an appointment at 9:30 in the morning with a guy that owns 3 of them. I walked in, didn't know anything about this guy, and the first thing I see is a little card, business card on the stacks of them. I forget what it said exactly. Oh, text MVP1 to whatever the number was, 72727, for valuable discounts. To get valuable discounts or something like that. All right. That's what everyone's pitched. That's what everyone that's going in with the text club or these text platforms is pitching for these guys to do. So I got him in the back room with it. So I picked up the card. He didn't know what I was there for. I don't want to explain how that happened, but anyway, he had no idea what I was there to show him. Because I don't go in, I'm going to pitch him a text platform, guys. I go in, I'm going to show you guys how to increase the value of your business and increase your cash flow. I don't say I'm here to show you a text platform. They've heard it. But I guarantee they want to know how to increase the value of their business. We talked about that, right?
Yeah.
And how to get more cash flow. Cash flow's king. So I go back in the back room with him, and I say, well, I see you're doing a text club. How's this working for you? Oh, it's all right. We've texted out some messages, got some responses. So the guy has no idea. He has no idea. I said, well, first of all, you need to get a little bit more aggressive than just put. If you're going to do it this way, you need to get more aggressive. Don't just put cards out there and hope someone finds the card. He goes, well, we tried at the beginning to get people signed. We're offering a quick discount or a 50% discount. No, free haircuts for. He was doing a text to win program where they get free haircuts for a year. I said, well, that's a little too aggressive, wouldn't you think? So he's got 150, 200 people in the text club. Now, of course, he doesn't text a lot because it's not on the top of their consciousness. That's my job. With your clients, I'm going to make sure they're texting. But it's just, that's what people are selling. So I go in there and I have to re-educate him. And he was paying $199 a month for his 3 stores. And I re-educate him and I make the sale. I said, you're missing the boat here, buddy. Again, I'm the worst salesperson in the world because I've been so successful in my life. I'm very blunt, and I just tell it how it is. You're missing the boat. You're not seeing the bigger vision of this. And I convinced him. He saw the vision. But what I'm telling you, David, and the rest of you is, everybody that's selling these platforms, that's what they're telling the business owner to do. Just put out anything, a flyer, whatever, offer some immediate gratification so they sign up for your club. And what I'm telling you guys that makes you different is this. I would rather have 100 people in my text club database that are loyal or somewhat loyal than have 1,000 people that are mooches just looking for freebies. Because if I have 100 people, here, I'll show you. You guys get this too. I got this calculator. I'll show you how simple, stupid this is.
I'm in line.
Here's a customer loyalty calculator you guys can pull out in front of your business owner because you're getting it today, all right? And this is how stupid simple it is. Look, Mr. Business Owner, what's the average transaction here? $20? Okay, how many sales? Let's say it's a restaurant, so they have more frequent. Maybe it's yogurt. Who cares? How many times a month does your customer come in? Oh, about 2. Now, Mr. Business Owner, I told you that just by sending personalized text on every holiday, every birthday, will probably increase the frequency that customer comes in, and you agreed, right? Do you think if we did that, we can get him to come in 4 extra times a year? Oh, or whatever you got, 3 times, 5 times? How many? Ask them, how many more times a year do you think they could come in? Have a number in there because they'll gravitate to that. Okay, so you think they could come in $400 more a month, or more a year, not a month, a year. Just 4 extra times a year because you're communicating with them. We're not even talking referrals. Okay, how many customers do you think you can get on your loyalty club? Oh, 300. Ask them. Here, I'll change it. I'll say, oh, 200. Okay. What happens? I'm going to stick with 300. Well, Mr. Business Owner, just by implementing this program, if we can get people to come in and you text on major holidays, birthdays, and things of that nature, and you can get people coming in an extra 4 times a year, you've increased your annual revenue by $24,000. And over a 10-year span, that's $250,000. You think that might sell them on a platform that's going to cost them a total of about $600 a year?
Yep.
Do you guys buy into these numbers?
Oh, yeah.
Because if you don't buy into these numbers, you're not going to be able to sell it. Do you guys really truly believe if you just text a personalized text just on the major holiday every month and their birthday, that you can get them to come in at least 4 times a year? More? Yes, yeah. I do. And keep in mind, this doesn't include referrals. Do you think they may come in with a friend? One of those 4 times? This is how you got to be passionate about it. So if you look at this, just one customer, if they come in 4 times additional a year, they've increased them from $400. They're going to make $480 that year to $560. Now that doesn't seem like a lot, but that stuff adds up, doesn't it? Just because you text one customer, you increased it $90 or $80, the amount of money they spend with you. And over time, that adds up. In fact, over time, over 10 years, that adds up to $5,600. And by the way, do you think if you're maintaining this kind of communication with your customer, that instead of coming in for 2 or 3 more years, they may come in for 6, 7, 8 more years, more years? Of course. All right, so you guys have a link here to go play around. You're not going to break it. Just don't text anybody that's in here. Add your own names. I'm going to leave David in here. Add your own names. Don't text people who are in here. In fact, I'll probably delete these 2 people because they were demos. So to delete people, you just click on them and delete. I mean, that's as simple as it gets. And if they could upload lists, download lists, anything they need to do. If that box shows pink, that means they've opted out, which these people won't opt out. You think you're going to opt out if you're getting a text with your name in it? No. So do I have any questions on this? Again, there's 2 3-minute videos. There's a link that show you exactly what I just did. You guys have to understand the power of this.
Yeah, I guess it just seems weird to me. Like I say, this is a new industry to me, and I just don't understand why all the other text platforms don't already include it.
Well, I can't tell you how many include it. That's what I keep saying, David. It's not that they don't include it. For instance, our other platform that you have access to doesn't include it. Okay, it's not a matter whether it's included. Most text platforms do not include it because I've told you they see no need for it the way they think. What's different is because none of the people out selling the platform get it. They don't understand it. They're not pitching that. What they're pitching is put these flyers out, put this up to give them an incentive to sign up for your club so you can build this huge list. That's how they all pitch. That's it. Every single person walking in, those business owners are pitching the exact same thing with their text platform.
And these other text platforms, these companies are paying how much a month for their platforms on average?
Malachi.
I have no idea. I don't know. I don't really understand the question. I mean, the text platforms. That is the.
Well, we're charging $49 a month. What would they?
Oh, you won't. You won't
we're
get
wanting
beat
them to switch.
You won't get beat on price.
Well, I'm just saying, if that should be another sales incentive. If they're paying $60 or dollars for their current platform, and we're offering them a better platform for $49.
But you got to understand the 49. They're going to be. Look, first of all, price should never be an objection because all right, we're 49, but they only get 500 texts a month. So if I have 500 people,
the objection that I'm looking at is they're already in a certain platform, and we're going to want to try to get them to stop using the platform they're using and use another new one. That another learning curve I got to go through, and it's just a hassle to have to change from the current platform I have. That's an objection I see happen.
Okay, well, most platforms allow them to down. Okay, let me say this first. If they already got a platform, first of all, only maybe 2 out of 100 businesses out there have a platform at all. So avoid those 2.
So you're saying 98% of businesses out there have no texting platform at all?
I don't know, David. You've been around to businesses. How many of them have you seen at the businesses you've gone to?
I don't know. I like I say, this whole text. I just barely got a smartphone. I am very new.
It doesn't
to
matter
text
because it doesn't matter if they have this type of system integrated in their business. Whether you understand text or not, you would have saw something.
The one that I did service on, they don't have. I targeted, as I mentioned to you, I targeted last 2 days veterinary. So the 2 that I basically did a survey on, they didn't have it.
Because they see no need for it. Vets, dentists, chiropractors, they don't see a need for it because restaurants. Everyone thinks restaurants is the best thing to go after because, because there's things called relational businesses and transactional businesses. Well, the truth is everything's a relational business. A transactional business is your yogurt shops, your restaurants, your bakeries, where people come back a lot. Transactional businesses are like dentists, vets, chiropractors, where they're building a relationship. Now, how many of you guys are still with the same dentist you were with 20 years ago, 10 years ago?
Not even in the same city.
My point is I've been in the Denver metro area my entire life, and I've gone through probably 20 dentists because they don't communicate with me. I couldn't even tell you who my last dentist was here. I don't even know where my records are because they don't communicate with me.
So let me ask you a question, Mike. Maybe I missed this. What do you do with multiple locations? Obviously, this is depending on what the database is like. Obviously, if I have a dentist, the doctor have more than one office. Are they going to be paying for each platform per office?
Well, I'm going to leave that up to you, Wes, because personally, the truth be told, one platform can handle every office. But that doesn't help your pocketbook.
Yeah, I guess if his offices are willing to communicate with each other and just all they have to do is transfer the information of the clients from one office to the other.
No, it's not even that complicated because, guys, this is all internet based. They're logging in so if they got 10 offices, someone can log into this thing from any office and they're just adding names. Then they just search the name. So they
have to get the names from the other offices.
No.
The other offices can do that.
Yeah, the other offices just enter it.
Oh, okay.
Well, you may not get the 150 per office, but obviously if they're going to be having these other offices, that means they're going to increase their client base, so they're going to be texting more. So instead of 500,
so the package has to go up.
Right, and the packages do go up. And it'll be money that they are happy to spend. So if they're we go 500, 1,000, and 1,500, then it's all custom, and then there's a set price over that just per text. So it's $49 for 500, $75 a month for $1,099 a month for 1,500 texts. And of course, you guys. That's why I say in everything that, and in the agreement, contract agreement, you guys are paid 50. So they'll almost all start at $49 a month. But as soon as they jump to that 75, your commission, your residual goes up. As soon as they get to that $100 a month, you're at $50 a month residual.
Yeah, and also if you basically utilize this as a value for, if I have a dentist, he has 2 offices, and I set him up with those 2 offices, that becomes a better value for him. So it becomes easy for me to retain him and easy for him to give me more referrals. Therefore, you know, I always say there goes the Southwest Airlines strategy. This is why the #1.
You guys should be looking at your residual income. That's more important to you. I mean, you need the cash flow to live today, but the residuals were. So if you've got 5 offices on a dentist that has 5 offices and they're sending out 2,000 texts a month, well, you're probably at we're probably at $150 a month in just text charges. You're making $75 a month residual every single month, and they're not going to leave you. Plus, you get your setup fee. So the setup fee is just to help you guys survive while you, because it's going to take you 2 weeks to get your pipeline full, and then you're going to work referrals. It's that residual money is going to start freaking you out real soon.
Yeah, that's what I've been really looking for, is something with a good residual income program, because I know what the power of residual income when you get it built.
Well, you know, and the only thing out there is network marketing, but that's work. This is going to businesses that need the system, and it's residual income, and they're not going to leave you. You think they're going to walk away from you? The system does everything that you educated them properly on, because it's not just a join our loyalty club and get a discount all the time. You are building relationships. That you think they're ever going to cancel? Now remember, you guys, we'll do it all for them for just an extra $15 a month that you get half, and 10 cents one time, 10 cent a name fee. All they got to do is fax us the names.
Mm-hmm. So that's an option, huh? The option they can say, hey, you know, you can do this yourself.
Yeah, we'll actually go in there, build their templates for them. We'll build their generic templates for them and all that. Okay, and we'll send out the blast for them for $15 extra a month. That you get $7.50 up, because it's not that difficult for us either. Once we build the template, it's done, right? We just got to go in there and send out the text, which is not that difficult.
Well, now, Mike, as far as sending out those texts, you would send out even appointment reminders? I mean, how would you even know?
No, we can't do that.
Right.
Just holiday stuff.
Yeah, all the standard stuff. We'll do the 12 text setups plus birthday and anniversary. And we'll enter the names for them.
Yeah.
Now they may want to save the 10. They may just want us to pay 15. Well, that's worth $15 a month extra, and they may want to enter the names themselves and save the 10 cents a name. What you're going to find is business owners are lazy. But it's not going to be hard to train anyone to go into this system. Okay, I got it. Oh, all right. All right, David, we got to get you scheduled for your next appointment, and you're here already. Okay.
Yeah, especially if they're utilizing someone to call to remind. I'd say it's 10 times easier for them just to get this text thing going than to try to call somebody and leave a message. Hey, you got an appointment tomorrow.
It's more effective. Studies have shown, guys, and
absolutely, yeah,
that an email or a text will reduce no-shows by up to 38%. You know how much more money a business makes just off that? And that's not even the $400 a month you're saving them on the call. They can still continue to call. You don't have to put anyone out of work. Just add this to the art. You'll go into some dentist office that have these robust systems. Well, we can text. It does automatic calls and things of that nature. You still need this system to build those personal monthly relationships. You understand? It's not just the appointments, because once I get them in this system, I'm sending them Thanksgiving, Memorial Day, Labor Day, Halloween. I'm sending them a text once a month, personalized text, where I'm not shamelessly recruiting them to buy something from me. I'm keeping my name in front of them, and that's more important than anything.
Right. So what you're saying is that if they don't grasp the power of keeping their name in the consciousness of their clientele, then they're just not going to buy this thing.
Right. And I'll do it for you right now, how you approach business owners. And I kind of went in the presentation, guys. Look, David, have you ever received a personalized postcard or anything like that from your, let's say I'm talking
I do receive them from my insurance company. Allstate sends me one every year on my birthday.
There you go.
They actually sent me they call me with just a canned just a phone call wishing me a happy birthday, and I get a card from them. They're the only ones that I
from Allstate.
Allstate Insurance, yes.
Okay, do you get one from your agent?
Well, I think it does come from my agent, yeah.
Okay, so you get one a year. So
yeah.
Is that agent staying on the top of your consciousness?
Well, once a year he does.
Right. So if one of your friends asks you about insurance, if you know a good, if they're just because people aren't going to ask you a good insurance agent, oh, they're going to say something like, oh man, my car rates are outrageous, and your answer is going to typically be, oh, mine too. But if you got a card from your Allstate agent every single month, your response to that person is, you know what, my agent is awesome. You should talk to her because you're staying on the top of her. You understand the difference? How referrals work?
Yeah, I understand that. It's just it's hard with Allstate right now because I'm not very happy with them.
Well, put Allstate aside. We're talking to a business owner, and all you got to do is put. Because remember, guys, every single business owner is also a consumer. They go to restaurants. They go to vets. They go to. Yeah. They even go to a dentist. Will go to another dentist. You understand? They're also consumers. So all you got to do is say, Dr. Joe, you have an insurance agent. If that insurance agent sent you a personalized text every single month on a holiday and on your birthday, do you think that you would refer anybody else or ever go to another agent? Answer me, guys. Pretend you. Okay, Dr. West. Wes, you on the line? Wes, you there? Okay, who wants to play with me?
All right, I will.
David?
Yeah.
Okay, Dr. David, Dr. Larson. Do you have a vet? Do you have a dog? No, let's do it. Let's do it with the insurance thing, because insurance agents are great for this program, by the way. Dr. Larson, do you have an insurance agent?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I ask you a question? If you got a personalized text from that agent every single once a month on a holiday, just saying, just wanted to wish you a happy Thanksgiving, wanted to wish you a happy Halloween, and you got a text from that personal text from that person on your birthday, would you refer that agent, or would you ever even consider leaving that agent?
Well, you're hitting a bad spot with me right there because I'm not happy with my agent because they've raised my rates for no reason.
Okay, Allstate raised your rates. Would you at least give your agent the benefit of the doubt and be more apt to call because you have a personal relationship with them, see if you could work it out?
Sure.
Because you have a personal relationship, right?
Yeah.
There you go. It's sold because you just put the business owner as a consumer. So don't you think that your customers would have that same if you were sending them out a personal text every month or a personal birthday greeting, that they'd have that same kind of relationship with you, Dr. Larson?
Sure.
Let's get you signed up. My common theme here, guys, is don't complicate this. Everybody else is out there selling them to join my text club, to get great valuable coupon savings and all this, which is fine. You can approach it that way too. I'll give you materials for that. You go out different.
Yeah, we're trying to educate them to build their business on improved relationships with their clientele. Build relationships with their clientele.
Right, because every business is a relationship business. I don't care if it's a restaurant or whatever. The stronger your relationships, the more money people spend with you, and the more often they're going to come in to see you. That's life. Everyone understands that. Everyone on this call should understand that. If you're reaching out to me...
So what did you...
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
If you're reaching out to me and keeping your name in front of me, I'm not thinking about going to some other dentist or vet or Italian restaurant or this, that, and the other thing. You're my man. You're my gal. I'm loyal to you.
Right.
You saved me a lot of trouble. I don't have to go look for someone else because you're loyal. I'm loyal to you because you're loyal to me.
Okay. So I've got a business card for the manager for this veterinary. I go to her and I says, "This is so and so. Do you have an insurance agent or any agent that you deal with now?" Well, yeah. And I ask him if you were to get a personalized text on, and repeat that phrase again. I like how you come in with that.
Well, you don't even have to say text. If you were to get a personalized message, a postcard, text, anything from that insurance agent once a month for major holidays and on your birthday, do you think you'd ever look for another insurance agent? No. And then David responded back, "Well, I'm a little upset right now." Well, that's fine, but at least you have a relationship. You feel more comfortable to call up that agent and try to work things out, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't look for another agent. I'd be very happy if they had so basically you had a personal relationship with that insurance agent. You wouldn't have to look for another agent ever again, would you?
Yeah.
Well, don't you think your customers would act the same with you if you had that personal relationship with them? You know, guys, you guys are all consumers too. How loyal are you to your places? I bet you there's less than 5 places you're loyal to. You're always looking. But the minute the people that you've gone to become loyal to you, your loyalty starts getting ingrained more and more into them.
Right now, I'm not the concern is there's no really concern. We're going to try to sell. I don't know about the other individuals here online. They're not trying to sell this to me. I'm just trying to get the language because everything you do is a language. So I'm trying to get the language for you to make it my stuff duplicable and easier for me to go ahead and do so. So that's why I'm having this conversation.
Well, yeah,
so
you missed the first hour. I actually gave you the language in there.
Okay, then you're going to have to.
I'm going to email you the presentation and everything, so that's not a problem. But you still got to make it yours, guys. It's just, I guess what I'm saying is do common sense selling. First of all, the business owner you're talking to is a consumer, as well as a business owner. You guys are now business owners as well as your consumers. All you got to do is think like consumers. And I guarantee you, every single one of you, if I voluntarily gave you my information and said, send me some text, and you're sending me a text back with my name in it, you are building your loyalty with me every time you send me a text. I don't know you're mass texting that, do I? I don't know that every single person out there on your list got that same text because you put my name in it. How could they possibly get that same text? My name's in this one. Right?
Yeah.
Just make this common sense. All right, we got to move forward. Otherwise, we're going to be here forever. Don't worry, guys. I'll do whatever. I'm always on call for you. All right, so that's appointment reminders and more. So who to call on? Physicians, any kind. Some will have a total, I already talked about this, some will have a total contact management system with automated calls, emails, and even text, mostly high-profile physicians. But none of these, most of them that do have these systems do not utilize the text aspect of it. They're very complicated. Convince them to take the next step and spend 30 extra seconds to enter them into your system. So they'll have dual systems. Why? Good question. Because now you can send them a mass personalized text. We've already covered that. We've already talked about how the loyalty you build. Okay? This applies to all health industries, dentists, vets, chiropractors. Let me explain. Chiropractors. Chiropractors, here's something very powerful for chiropractors. Chiropractors are going broke. Okay, chiropractors will get someone in their office, and then they can schedule appointments. But the other thing they can do is once a month they can go into that database and do an eye scan of someone they haven't seen in a while. Say, you know what? I'm going to text this person. They haven't been in for an adjustment for a while. Let me text you. I'll text them real quick. Hey, John, David, you haven't been in for a back adjustment. I just want to let you know you got to keep up on that. You see how that powerful that is? Because they sit around all day waiting for customers. Now they can just go into their database, do a visual scan. Oh, I haven't seen this guy in a while. I'll text him real quick. There's nothing they want more than people walking through that door, and if they're sitting there twiddling their thumbs, they're going to be more than happy to go visually scan that database to see who they can get in there. And that applies to everything, every one of these physician-type businesses. The thing is, when you're out with dentists and physicians, they're quite busy. They're not really necessarily looking for new customers, the good ones. But what they are looking to do is reduce their no-show rate. I think I showed you guys in the webinar the other night, and that's in your package too, the original webinar, how much money no-shows cost them over the course of a year. Mm-hmm. So if it's costing them $100,000 in no-shows and you can reduce that by 30%, didn't you just generate $30,000 for them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what speaks to them. So you can go to day spas. They do appointments. Beauty salons, tanning salons, waxing salons, marriage, massage therapists, auto repair. Think about this. They come in and get their oil changed. Can't you schedule the text about, hey, it's been 30 days since your last oil change. Come in and I'll give you a 10% discount. Wouldn't you love to get reminded it's time to do your oil instead of looking at that stupid little sticker in your windshield? You get a text, hey, it's been 30 days. Come on in, I'll give you 10% off. Wouldn't that be awesome? David, you haven't had your oil changed in 3 months, man. It's time to get back in here. Oh, gosh, right. Restaurants that take reservations over the phone. Build a list. Any sales organization. We talked about insurance agents. Home improvement companies. See, places like real estate agents, insurance agents where they only do like one sale every 5 years or something, one big sale. Just keep your name in front of people so you get more referrals because they make big money when they make a sale. Home improvement company.
Yeah, well, the home improvement company, I'm not certain how that applies to them. How would they want to use this program?
Well, let's see. Let's say you got a home improvement company that does siding. So they go out, they get a customer, and they put siding on. They're probably never going to have to put siding on their house again, right?
Right.
So why would I want to build a list? Well, aside from referrals, here's one good one. You ready for this? What if I did a siding job, I went back to my system, and I put in the text 1 year later, hey, it's time for an inspection of your siding. Please call us so we can schedule that. First of all, what does that make you look like as far as a company? That you're willing to come out and inspect the siding to make sure it's still hanging properly and all that. But what is your true reason for going out there in 1 year?
Referrals.
No, man, to sell them something else.
Well, of course.
You're going to sell them window tinting or gutters or whatever. So why wouldn't a home improvement company do that if it only cost them this kind of money? Because they don't make mere $20 on a sale. It just goes beyond what you guys just have to think outside the box. Anytime you're communicating with people, you're marketing and advertising. That's why I started the whole presentation off that way. And I guarantee if I had siding done in my house or had replacement windows done, and they text me in 1 year and said, we need to inspect to make sure everything's, first of all, my gosh, I've never heard of that before. There's no home improvement company that's done that in my whole life, which there isn't. Oh, that's so awesome. So I will refer you. And then you're going to come out and you're going to do an inspection of things, and you're going to say, oh, you know what? We really need to fix your front door. We should do a replacement door. This is where home improvement companies drop the boat. Drop the ball, not the boat. Drop the ball. You already got a customer. You've already done business with it. You don't have to go sell them again. You just got to show them what problems they have and then sell them. All right, red hot lead generation. Now this is the second platform. This one is not this one. This one does not drop names in the system. This is reserved for people like real estate agents and car dealers. And this is powerful. This is what I demoed on the webinar Thursday night. All right, let me show you this. You guys want to take a break? Because I got to kind of go to the bathroom.
A couple of minutes.
Let's do a 3-4 minute break. I got to use the restroom real quick.
All right.
Okay. What?
Proactive mobile.
Are we ready here? I don't know who's back.
I'm here.
And who's this?
Joe.
Okay, Joe. I think I've heard from everyone but Gary. Okay, Gary just raised his hand. Maybe he can't talk is the problem. Oh, he's the one that... Gary, try talking now. I don't know what's going on. Gary, you keep raising your hand, but I can't see the question. I don't know what's going on. We're having problems with your side. You can always call me on my cell phone, Gary, and ask me a question on the phone, and then if you have a question, I can answer it to everything. You can state it and answer it. 720-203. Text or call me if you need to, because I have no idea why I can't hear you. All right, is everyone back? I don't know. Hello?
Joe's here.
Hey, Gary, we're having some problems with you, aren't we? Right now you're muted. You keep doing something to mute and unmute yourself. Right now you're not on the phone. No, you're hold on one second. Hold on, you're coming back on. Hold on. Now try. No. I have you unmuted on this side. Everyone else I can hear everyone else but you. Well, I got you on speaker here.
Okay.
So if you just want to stay on. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
You can't hear me over here on the...
Nope. Nope.
Okay. All right. Well, just go ahead. I guess I'll just talk to you later or something.
Do you have your mic on your computer turned off or something?
No, it's on. I don't know why it's not working.
All right. Well, write down your I'll talk to you after this thing. So write down. I'm sorry, buddy. Just write down your questions and I'll get to them. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Okay.
All right. Thank you. All right, you guys ready? Let's get going again. I hope everyone's back. Okay. So this is the lead notifier system. It's a different platform. You can see it looks different. The only reason I use this platform is for lead notification. This system will not drop in first names. The lead notification is relatively simple. This is why I said for real estate agents, loan officers, car dealers. Now imagine you're a car dealer. A lot of people come on those lots after hours because they don't want to be hammered by a salesperson. You've probably done it yourself. You just want to go look at cars, get an idea. You don't want to be hammered by a salesperson, but you're in the market. So a car dealer can simply put, here, I'll show you the flyer. Hold on one second. Here's a flyer you'll be handing to car dealers if you want to. They can simply put some kind of flyer like this box here, tape it into the window of each car, have a special code for each car, and a scan for each car. So if people text that, so take an instant virtual test drive of this car from your mobile device. Text this to there. As soon as the consumer does that, they're going to get a link. A lot of you did it the other night. That gives them a link to a video on the internet. But most importantly, the salesman, sales manager, or whomever is instantly notified that somebody is looking at that Pontiac, 02 Pontiac Bonneville, or whatever that code stands for, right now, and here's their phone number. Call them. Do you guys see the power in that? This is what I started everything with. That's why it's called Proactive Leads, the name of my company. It's Daylee Dealz is our main LLC, but we go by Proactive Media, Proactive Leads, because we're getting proactive. I know that someone's interested in that car. I just got notified, and now I'm going to call him or her. Hey, I see you're looking at that 02 Pontiac Bonneville. I just wanted to call and see if I can answer any questions for you. If you call 10 of those people, how many do you think you might convert into a client that you normally would not have gotten? 1, 2? Isn't that powerful? No comments?
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
What if a real estate agent had a sign right in the yard next to their for sale sign that said, hey, for a virtual tour of this home, text 123 Main, whatever they come up with, to this number. And they instantly got notified that someone was looking at a tour of that home. You know how I made my fortune in real estate? After I sold my company, I started running little classified ads, and I didn't have text technology, so I had them call an 800 number. See, people want to take the path, as consumers, we want to take the path of least resistance. We don't want to talk to sales reps, do we?
No.
But I want to see that house, but I don't want to call that agent, so I just won't look at the house, right? We do that all the time, don't we? Oh, but I can text this and see a virtual tour to see if I like the house? And now that agent has a lead that they can follow up immediately and follow up in a week, and follow up whenever they want. Not text them back. We're not texting them back. We are texting back with the link to the virtual tour. You guys can make a living. If you had no real estate agents, or you can get in a real estate office and show them this. Think about this. I'm a real estate agent, and I can't stand FSBOs because they don't think they need me, right? Couldn't I approach every for sale by owner that's trying to sell their home and say, hey, I'd like to do a favor for you. It helps us both out. Can I do a virtual tour of your house, put my sign out here so people can actually see your house on their internet, from their mobile phone? What have you just done as a real estate agent? You just generated leads from a FSBO because buyers that are looking at that for sale by owner you're capturing their information. And not only that, if that for sale by owner gets tired of trying to sell their home on their own, what real estate agent are they going to go to first?
Mike, who actually does the virtual tour?
The agent. You just take one of these video, these $100 video cameras, just walk around, do a tour, upload it to YouTube, and that's the link. Agents do that all the time now. It's really simple. Who cares? If they don't want to do a video tour, what else can they do? You guys have any ideas? Okay, I'll just tell you.
No, not a big.
Have you ever seen a real estate sign in a yard that says has a take one flyer?
Yeah.
Well, instead of spending money on printing color flyers, couldn't you just type up a real quick spec sheet and have that automatically text? Square footage, you're unlimited to 160 characters, 165 characters. But who cares? Give them enough information, you capture their phone number, right? Or for special financing terms, text this to that. Here's something real estate agents never figured out. This is why I made so much money, because I never put the price of a home in any little classified ad. Guess what I put?
Text you or call you?
No, this is before text messaging. What I put was the monthly payment. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, yard fence yard, $698 PI a month. Call toll free. Blah 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 blah. I tore it up, made hundreds of thousands of dollars with those tiny little classified ads. People don't buy price, do they?
Payments.
Americans don't buy price. Americans buy payments. Why do you think car commercials always have payments on their commercial? Of course, they always show you the lowest, the least thing and all that. Oh, I can afford that. We don't know if we can afford $310,000, do we? What does that mean to us as a home buyer? That means nothing to us as a home buyer. I need to know what the payment is. Am I making sense here?
Yeah.
Are you seeing how you're approaching people with a different program? You guys got to understand, these guys make $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 a sale in real estate. How many of these do you have to get a year to make this thing viable, worthwhile? You see that? So if you can just get into the board, the local board, and speak in front of 10, you'll sell 10. Then you offer the referral reward program. This thing will grow out of your, it'll go crazy. Wes, the most important thing you missed at the very beginning, I said that you guys go out there and show some initiative and make some money with this. I got a big program rolling out that will make you guys very wealthy, that you're going to get licensed for free.
Good.
But I'm not going to explain that today. But trust me, I'm rolling it out here in Denver metro area on Monday. And as soon as I show that it works, you guys are the first to know. You guys will make more money than you ever dreamed.
I'm excited about the referral from
So this is the
product.
Yeah. You guys just got to understand where we're at with this. You're not going to go out and get rich selling $150 setup fees. You're going to make money on the residuals. And if you go in with a different approach, I was thinking about this when I was going to the bathroom. If you talk to someone that has a text platform and you want to still get the appointment, say, well, let me come in there and consult you on how to get the most out of that platform you have. Because they're not. And then you're going to sell them your platform. And then upsell them to $15 so we do it a month. Oh, I've talked about, like I said, I don't even approach them with text. I say, I'm going to show you how to increase the value of your business and your cash flow. No one's calling these business owners and telling them, I'm going to show you how to increase the value of your business. Wes, again, you didn't hear this. Everybody knows what their home value is worth if you own a home. And you all hope it goes up in value, which we all know. We're all desperate right now. Don't you think that every single business owner has an idea of what their business is worth? Don't you think they would love to sell that thing that has them chained to the desk? And you're calling them up saying, I'm going to show you how to increase the value of your business? Do you think anybody's calling them and telling them that? What did I just do? I'm doing a... You guys following me here?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So on this lead notifier, you just go to lead notifier, add a notifier, add a keyword that distinguishes it so they know what property, what car they're selling on, they're calling on. Emails, the email notification is select the number. There's only going to be one number in there. Okay, and you guys will have all this that you just cut and paste in here. And I'm going to make some videos this weekend walking you through this because I don't want to spend the time on this. I'm just going to take some slow videos, put them up on the website so you guys can go watch, and then just do it on the side while you're watching me do it. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Because it's really easy stuff. Once you get the hang, you've done it a couple of times, it's really simple stuff. And you're just going to go in there and demo this. And then you're going to have them text that, and you're going to be sitting next to them, and it's going to notify you. And they're going to get the little link, whatever you do, the spec sheet, the finance terms, and then you're going to say, look, I just got notified, and now I got your phone number, and or you're going to call, you're going to sit next to them, pick up your phone, call them right back. Hey, I just got your text that you were checking out. You see what I'm saying? Demo it. See how powerful that is?
I want to mention something to you. I've got a friend of mine that has an owning company here, and we're going to be putting up some marketing products. I want to introduce you into this, where how will he be able to utilize this? We're making up some flyers because he has a product that it's a fascia that's an aluminum fascia, and you just make up a 50-page flyer. How could he incorporate something, what can you put on that flyer to have the customer contact him? Just the same thing that you put on there. What can we say so when I approach him?
So he's in home improvements?
Yeah, he has an awning company, so he does a lot of stuff, like sunrooms, awning, all that kind of stuff.
Okay, perfect. So you know how most of these good home improvement companies will put a yard sign out, right?
Yeah, he has a place where customer comes in a retail office location.
Okay, but when they're on the job site, they probably put yard signs out.
Fair enough.
And even if it's the same principle, Wes. I mean, if they come to his showroom and they look at stuff when they're not, even if they're there at work, people may want to text if they're too busy to have a salesperson approach them. Yeah. See us install this. See how this can work. Any kind of video works. All you're doing is trying to capture those phone numbers, and so you can call them back not only right now but a week from now.
Okay.
And I'm happy to help each of you individually with your questions. Okay. All you got to do is call me, and we'll brainstorm together.
Okay.
So don't hesitate.
Okay.
Even if you're at someone's office and you're talking to a business owner, and you know what? Let me talk to one of our team members, see if they got an idea of how we can make this even more powerful for you. Call me up, and I'll brainstorm with you right there in front of the client if I'm available.
We can do this offline. You can continue with the presentation.
Yeah. So that's that. Again, I'll do a video and show you, and I'll put all these videos up this weekend so you guys can, and then get on the system and play around with it. You're not going to break it. You're going to get the sheet where all the logins are and all that as soon as we're done here. So do you see how powerful that system can be for the right? So if you're going in with, okay, I'm going to go to real estate agents this week, who, by the way, are just paying. Most of them don't make a penny. Oh, by the way, good way to get good leads for real estate agents, go out and get a Homes and Land or whatever, and you'll see all those ads in there. And some will have a text for this, but none of them have most of them don't have the notifier system. But if you're looking at ads and there's nothing that says text for a virtual tour of this home, man, you got to get a hold of that real estate agent now. They're spending a boatload of money to put that ad in there. If I'm looking at a real estate magazine from the comfort of my home and I see a picture of a home I kind of like, wouldn't it be really cool if I could just text and see a virtual tour of that home? Because I got my mobile phone right here, my smartphone. Wouldn't that be really cool? And by the way, over 50% of everyone has a smartphone. And now that agent's getting notified, do you think that ad that they spent money on is now more powerful? Same with car dealers. If they're putting their cars in magazines with just a picture of the car, don't you think it would be more powerful so people can text and get a virtual test drive?
Yeah, now, Mike, on that virtual tour again, I'm trying to make sure I understand this. If we talk to a real estate agent, are we going to try to convince them that they need to go in with a camera and create a virtual tour of their home, of this home they're trying to sell, or are we going to offer to do that for them?
Well, that is a great question. I'm going to give you two answers, okay? Yeah. This is David, right?
Yeah.
You want to make more money, David?
Sure. So if I offer to do it for them,
they'll pay. They're so goddamn lazy. They'll pay you money to go do it yourself.
Okay.
And I'll even show you how to upload it and get a shortened link and do all that. So charge, like a car dealer. Let's say they got 50 cars, a used car dealer, just a mom and pop place, and they got 50 cars in the lot. Say, I'll do all this for you and get it up on the internet for $10 a car, $500. I'll teach you how to do it. It's real simple.
All right.
Or you're talking to a real estate agent, hey, I'll do your homes for $35 a home or $50 a home. I'll do the virtual tour, get it listed on the web, and put the link together. You do the work for them, man. Charge $50, $75, whatever you think you can get out of them. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Hey, get your kid to go do it. Pay them $50. You keep 25 or whatever. You see, you got to think outside the box, guys. Or hire some college kid over the summer that needs extra money. Hey, I'll pay you $15 to go videotape this thing and do this, and you keep the 60.
Actually, you find one that's taking photography class or art class or something like that.
Perfect. I need an
Out of
intern.
college, they'll love it, like an intern. It's set up that way. Yeah. Perfect.
So, quite frankly, what you always do is say, well, Mr. Realtor, you can do this yourself, or we do have a service, too, that we'll do it for you. That's your money, guys. You're not sharing that with me. I'm just teaching you how to go make more money. Charge whatever you want, whatever you can get out of them. Those real estate agents are lazy people, man. Trust me, I was one. But they're going to see the power in this. Think if you're a brand new agent. Think if you're a brand new agent. Okay, you're still gung-ho. You're gonna get rich in real estate. You're really gonna. In fact, you should go to the. You know the best places to go that they'll actually let you talk to a group is the real estate schools. They'll actually let you come in over lunch. You bring in pizza. You'll talk to 50 gung-ho real estate agents that are going to get rich, and you present this program to them. And you know what they do as soon as they get out, because they have no listings, because it's really tough with real estate. You can go to all your family and friends, but how many of your family and friends are in the market right now to sell or buy a home? None, more than likely, right? So you got to, if you're going to be successful in real estate, you got to market. Here's what brand new agents do. Are you ready? You guys better be paying attention to this, because this is going to blow your mind. You could do this week, and you'll be set for. You're ready. You're making money. You call up these schools. You say, "I'd like to come in, bring pizza, and present, show your class a simple way to the minute they graduate to start making money." They will invite you in there with open arms, because that makes their school look good, doesn't it? And you go in there and you say, "Here's what you do, Mr. Newbie, Mrs. Newbie, real estate agent. As soon as you get out here, you go approach the more seasoned real estate agents in your office, and you ask them if you can do a video virtual tour of their home and put a sign next to their sign so that you can generate buyers." And then you show them this notifier program. The listing agent doesn't want to work with buyers. That brand new agent is getting their phone ringing now. Are you guys following me on how powerful? You know, I just thought of this. I don't know why I didn't think of this before.
It's very good idea.
I'm gonna do this week. That's genius. Boy, I love it when you get those epiphanies. You guys will be out for what you're charging for this, and now you're in a real estate office, and the word will get out, and your referrals will go through the roof. With real estate offices, you really want to consider doing that $50 a referral and splitting that with me, because it'll grow. Oh, man, that's genius. All right, so anyway, that's what you do. And, of course, you can go to loan officers, and, Wes, like you're saying, home improvement. Loan officers chase real estate agents for business. How about switching the tables? How about the loan officers got so many buyers that real estate agents are chasing them, and they do the same things we just taught our newbie agents to do. Go to FSBOs, for sale by owners. That's where brand new agents go to for sale by. Go to banks that have foreclosures. Offer to do a video. Not to do the listing, just a virtual tour, and they can contact the bank directly. Because all they want to do is generate buyers, right?
That's right.
That's right. So that is powerful stuff. And there's just very few tech companies out there approaching this. You guys, I'm telling you, I'm an outside-the-box thinker. I am so sick of, going out there and approaching, hey, build a text club. Oh, man, I've heard it. This is totally different. This is different. So who to call on? Well, we just talked about it. Car dealers, real estate agents, loan officers, do group presentations. Boy, guys, I'd be calling those schools tomorrow. Look at ads. Look at those real estate magazines and things. See if someone's not doing this. Call them. Anyone that puts out yard signs. Guess who else is great for this? You ready for this? You guys want to explode? Network marketers. Have you ever driven around your city and seen those guys driving around in cars that say, want to make money, call this number? Have you ever seen that? No answer? You guys have never seen that?
Yeah.
Of course you have. What if they did, because our system you can actually use it without using a code, a keyword. Check this out. Our system, you can actually have a phone. They have their own phone number, local phone number that they call, and they can listen to a recorded message so the person can tell them a little bit about that opportunity, but the person is notified immediately so they can call that person back. How slick is that? Hey, I see you were checking out my opportunity. Is there any questions I can answer for you? That's all networking marketing is. Boy, there's probably 100,000 within about a 20-mile radius of you that could use this. What if they just wore T-shirts and said, "Want to make some money? Call this number. Listen to a recorded message."
That's so funny. I'm thinking about it right now. I just said that, to be honest with you.
See, guys, if you think about all this, it's endless out there for you. You're generating leads, hot leads. Yeah, maybe only 1 out of 20 turns into anything, but that's 20 more leads than you would have got without doing this. You could
now,
does this
lead generation program come with the text messaging platform? Is it all inclusive in the same $49 a month?
Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering if this was perhaps a separate product.
No, we have 2 platforms depending on what you guys are selling. If you're selling the relationship, the stuff we talked to the very first part where they actually drops in their first name, that's one platform. If you're out selling lead generation, that's the platform I just showed you, and that does not drop in first name. But it doesn't matter. You're generating leads. You're not going to get their first name. They're just calling a number.
But for $49 a month, they get both.
No.
Well, yeah.
They're not going to have a need for both. I think this is David. You're gonna know what to sell them.
Okay.
You're gonna know which platform to present to them. It's either a lead gen or it's everything else. Okay. The only time you're going to use the platform I just showed you is for lead generation.
And that sells for $49 a month?
Yeah, they're both $49 a month, and they're both same setup fee.
Okay.
But they're only going to get one or the other platform.
Okay.
Both, remember, I want you guys to stay focused. If you're going to go out and sell lead gen, then just show lead gen. Don't start showing, and then you can group text all these people at once, and then you can do this and that. No, here's what you do, Mr. Newbie Real Estate Agent. You go out, you talk to your agents in your office, you go to for sale by owners, you go to banks, and you put signs in yards, you do virtual tours of these homes, and when people call on that, you're going to get notified immediately. You're going to immediately call that person and say, "Hey, I see you were checking out this house over at Main Street, and I just wanted to see if I can answer any questions." "Well, are you in the market right now?" "Well, have you been pre-qualified for?" You go into your sales pitch. And then 1 week later, you go back and you look in your system. "Okay, I'm going to call this person back. It's been a week. Hey, it was a week ago. Are you still in the market? Have you found anything? Can I help you out?" That's how you do real estate. Same with network marketing. Same with loan officers. Same with car dealers. That's lead generation, right? The other system is communicating. Letting automated communications. So this system, you actually have to pick up the phone. But real estate agents, loan officers, car dealers, salespeople, they all know they have to pick up the phone. Right?
Oh, yeah.
You don't make money in those businesses unless you pick up the phone. All right. I hope that answered your question. It's 2 separate systems. You're going to know which one to sell them going in.
Yeah.
Which one to demo. Loyalty clubs. This is what I talked about. This is almost this is what your competitors focus on entirely. They're so shallow thinkers. Just by listening to me, I know you guys haven't been exposed to this before, most of you. But guys, you know more about what's the possibilities with this stuff by tenfold than anyone you're up against out there, because this is all they focus on. And I showed you how to stand out by showing the business owner the intangibles. Okay. So if they just want to build a loyalty club, text, get a free sopapilla, text this to this. All right, great. Give away the farm to build a list. Now here's one objection. Here's how to overcome this $49 price. Look, if a landlord raised your rent $49, would you move out of here? Well, no, of course not. But how would higher rent bring current customers in more often to spend more money with you? Well, it wouldn't. But don't you agree staying on the top of your customers' consciousness for a mere $49 a month is a no-brainer? Your current customers are your best customers, and if you were able to get, on average, every single loyal customer to come in just one more time each year, how much money would that be to you? I mean, if you had 300 loyal customers in your database and each of them came in just one more time than they normally would have because you stayed on their mind, that's 300 more visits a year. At $420, that's an additional, whatever the price is, $6,000 in revenue for only $588. And that's being conservative. Are you guys following me? Well, let me show you, because you have a calculator for that too. That's this calculator. Let's say your average transaction is, so you guys can change anything in the white box. So their average transaction is $20, and they come in right now maybe $2. So this is obviously like a restaurant. Additional annual visits if you reached out to them with that I think I already showed you this calculator, didn't I?
Yeah.
All right. You also have, here's the lead gen calculator. Yeah. I got to unlock this. Hold on one second.
I normally don't do this here at the house, but I'm doing it on the training.
Can I go forward? All right, here's a. Can you guys all see this calculator lead generation?
Yes.
All right. So let's say you go to a car dealer. How many calls do you think you can generate a month? 40? Let them tell you. And they'll get 40, guys. If they put it in their ads and on their something in the window of every car, they'll get 40. How many of that do you think you convert to a customer? 5%? Well, if you're only doing 5%, you're the worst salesperson in the world. But we'll say 5. So how many new customers is that? 2? And your average commission on car sales is $500. The monthly system's $49. So you have an additional $1,000 a month revenue. It costs you $49. So every month you're making an additional $951, or annually an extra $11,412. How about this? How about a real estate agent? How many calls do you think you get on those virtual tours? Let's say you had one sign in, 30. Okay. How many do you think you can convert to customers? Oh, I don't know. If you get 30 calls, guys, do you think you can get one customer? I'm asking you guys.
Sure.
If you had 30 people looking and doing a virtual tour, I guarantee 15 of them are just curiosity seekers, neighbors and stuff. The other 15 are actual buyers out there looking. Do you think you can convert out of 15 if you actually reach out to them, one of them into a client?
Yep.
So let's leave it at, let's say 3%. So that's 1 out of 15. What's your average commission on a sale of a home? Well, they're going to make $5,000. Wow. This system brought this person in, just one sign, $54,000 in revenue. All right. Maybe I can only convert one person, or 1%. Wow, this system brought you in $17,412 in revenue. Oh, I can only convert 1 out of 200. Oh, okay. 0.5%? Whoops. Hold on. 0.005. So that's a 0.5%. In other words, you can only convert 1 out of 200 people that call into a buyer, a customer, a client. Wow, that's still an additional $8,412 in revenue. Can you not sell this, guys? If you can actually sit down in front of someone and show this calculator, you think you could sell this?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I have an appointment reminder. How many appointments do you do a month? Oh, 300. Okay. How many no-shows are you getting right now? Now they're going to tell you, oh, we only get about 10, or oh, we only get 5. They're all lying. They get a lot more than that. But let them tell you whatever they say. All right, 10%. So you have a number of no-shows a month is 30. How much do you make? How much money do you make per appointment? Oh, it's a chiropractic adjustment, $39. Okay. So the monthly lost revenue is $1,170. That's $14,000 a year. So if we can just reduce that no-show by 20%, and industry shows us it's between 15 and 38%, so let's say 20%, and there's the cost of our system. We're making them money, and this is ridiculous. The return on their investment is 378%. They're spending $588 a year to increase their revenue to $2,220, and I guarantee these numbers are wrong. Number one, we'll reduce the no-shows by 30%, and if they're a higher ticket like a dentist, say $100, you guys get the point. You can play with these numbers all you want. Are you willing to spend $588 a year to bring in an additional $10,000? And that doesn't include, because remember with this system, you're reaching out to them monthly and on their birthday and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what no one's approaching these businesses like with this. Here's loyalty. If you do 4 promos a month and you get a 4% return and your average ticket is $20 and you give a 20% discount. Again, I'm not a big proponent of selling the loyalty program, but look how much additional revenue they get. So anyway, you guys can play around with these calculators. Call me if you have any questions. You'll get this too. I got to clean them up a little bit today because I have a few things. Because I actually just built them last night. See, I'm multi-talented, man. I can even do spreadsheets like that. Pretty cool, huh? You got to see one I built for the insurance. That's what made me all my money when I showed people how pathetic mutual funds perform in reality. Why 401k plans are the worst things in the world.
You know what? I need to talk. We really need to sit down. You know what? Give me a call when it's all done. That's a very important thing to do.
Yeah, 401k plans. I found 401 fraud plans. All right. So there you go. So, I mean, guys, you just need to sit down with people with a different focus than what all these other text platforms. Almost everybody's going in there with that loyalty plan, and it's probably the weakest part of it. All right, continued. The problem with these loyalty clubs, they must incentivize to get people to join their club. They must be proactive. I mean, I don't want to go into this because this is not where I want you guys to focus on. This is just a byproduct of everything else you're showing them.
That's right.
You guys got to keep in mind, you need to explain that when they exceed the 500 monthly text limit, we have bigger packages that the price goes up. But here's the kicker, guys. This is the one time they won't mind spending more money. If you're sending out 1,000 text messages a month and you're only going up to $75 a month, I guarantee you're getting a return on your investment. You understand?
Right.
You're actually going to tell them, you're actually going to say that to them. This is the one time you won't mind your monthly fee going up. And be honest with them. It does cost us money to text. There's no free text. Getting appointments. This is only true work you guys are going to have to do. You can see that once you have an appointment with a decision maker, it's an easy sale. If they say they have to talk to their partner, you didn't show the value. Well, I got to talk to my business partner. Why do you need to talk to your business partner? You don't see the value in this? So prospecting, guys, I honestly believe that if you follow my plan, you cannot fail. Again, start with your warm market. Man, I'm telling you right now, just because I had that epiphany, call the local real estate schools tomorrow or Monday. Bring pizza in there. There's your investment in this business, guys, pizza and gas. A business that will eventually make you hundreds of thousands of dollars, especially if you hang in there with me. And your investment to get started is pizza and gas and time. So go to the businesses that you spend money with, because reciprocity selling, they feel compelled to listen to you. If you spent money with them over the years, they're going to feel like they better listen to you. Tell them, sale or no sale, the only way we can keep our prices this low, because text message costs us money, is by giving you referrals. So get referrals whether you sell it or not. Get a minimum of 5 referrals. Then work your referrals. You will have more business than you can handle if you work those referrals. I get 5. Then I have someone that makes calls for me. I just have I send my referrals to the person that makes calls for me and schedules the appointments. I hate the phone. I am the worst phone person in the world. Great platform speaker, but I'm horrible on the phone. The only people you won't sell are those that already have a system. However, if you show them how to, it's an inferior system, you should be able to, if you consult with them, because they all, even if they have a system that's compatible to yours, don't tell them it is. You're not going to know enough about the system anyway. But if all they're doing is text to join our club, a loyalty club, they are missing the boat. Guys, you should have a minimum of 50% closing ratio. I mean, minimum. Now, just be advised, everybody and their brother is out selling similar stuff but don't know how to sell it. You know how to sell it. I guarantee no one's going to those real estate schools. You have bells and whistles that their systems don't, and if they do, their salespeople have no clue. And more businesses do not have a system than do. They've heard about this stuff, but they haven't implemented it yet because they haven't been shown how it really benefits their business. All right, that's the end of this stuff. Q&A. Oh, you asked me all these questions, and then, okay, let me go through this. Here's an appointment reminder flyer that you'll get. So if you're out calling on people that you want to just demonstrate the appointment set in here, you can look at this flyer. You can make any changes you want. It's in a Word doc. I'm not a big flyer guy. I hate leaving stuff behind. I showed you the calculator. I showed you the car demo flyer. Here's an image of you can give this to them. This is how they build how they build the list that we're trying to show them how to do. So if you're at the counter, all they got to do is say, "Hey Wes, we really like to reward our loyal customers. Do you mind if we text you occasionally with great coupon specials and announcements?" If they say yes, they just fill in this form. If they say no, they weren't that loyal to begin with, were they? Oh, by the way, Wes, we'd also like to do something very special for you on the week of your birthday. What's the day and month of your birthday? Then they just put the name, first name, their mobile number, the birth date, and any special note like an anniversary or something. And then they can go in once a day, once a week, and upload that to their system, or that's where they can fax that to us, and for 15 additional bucks a month, we'll do it. Okay, so you have that in your package. That's the image. There's the actual doc. And you guys can play with it whatever you're comfortable with.
If you have a small enough business that has been established now, you can probably, for $49, if they're doing that, you can probably establish your data, and they can decide how much loyalty response this is, and build their clientele based upon that. So now you have data that you can utilize.
Yeah.
So they can, and then obviously that will do more, because it will work obviously.
See, what I was telling you guys earlier, Wes, I think you missed this. This is a totally different approach. Instead of putting out a card that says text MVP1 to 72727 to join our VIP club, you're actually getting proactive and you're asking them if they want to join your loyalty club. Most people are going to be too embarrassed to say no. So they're actually giving you permission, but now you're getting their name and personalizing it. So you're going to have fewer people in your club, but they're going to be better people. Back to I'd rather have 100 people that actually are loyal to me than 500 that are mooches that just want free gifts. And this is what you got to tell the business owner. Would you rather have 100 people in your club that are loyal to you, that pay full pop, or 300 that only come in here when you give them a free gift or a discount? What do you think they're going to say? Every other tech salesperson out there say you've got to give them, you've got 20% off, 10% off, 15% off, 50% off. Same with Groupon. You got to give them this, give them this, give. No, because I'd rather have 100 loyal customers, and I guarantee they're going to come in more to my shop when I'm sending them a monthly text with their name in it, and they're going to pay full pop, and they're going to tell more friends. Do you guys agree with me, or am I off base here?
I agree. I don't see why Groupon get value of Groupon in the first place.
There is no value in Groupon. It's
funny you say that.
Groupon's going to be out of business soon, or sued. Here is the like a restaurant. Instead of having the join our VIP club, MVP, blah blah blah, we're talking about. When the waitress goes up to the table, hey, your loyalty is rewarded. You know, your loyalty is important to us. Could you fill this out if you'd like to get special coupons and events text to you? But just put your name, mobile phone number, your anniversary and birthday there. The only people going to fill it out are loyal customers. See how simple that is? When you engage, this is what you're telling the business owner. It's a totally different approach. So what they do is they just print this off and just cut it in thirds. They collect all these, enter them in the system once a week, or fax them to us. Heck, you guys could keep the $15 a month and do it yourself. You don't have to send it to us. Oh, look, I'm trying to find more ways to make you money. Here's important links. This one. I'm going to show you the independent contractor agreements on there, where you guys are going to all have to fill out, and the terms and conditions that you want to read. Here's how to get in the text club platform, the appointment setting, and the name platform. Here's the lead generation platform. Here's the user. I'll show you all this. All these links are here. Steps. There's my phone number. Here's a presentation, and I included this in there just to give you guys some bullet points for your brain. This is just a PowerPoint presentation for, this is what your competitors are doing. This is what they're pitching. Discount, discount, discount. So you take a look at that, just read through it. Here's a referral sheet I use. Refer 3 and it's yours free. You can make a duplicate one, $50. I don't have that one, but you guys can make one. Change it. That's the dealership flyer. Let's see. This is the presentation that you saw Thursday night. In case you want to go through here, because I did cover a few things in here, that, like some statistics that you might want to go through again. I'm just trying to give you everything. Here's today's PowerPoint, the presentation we went through today, so you can go through and see some of my language. I don't know what this is. Here's a video. I don't know what that is, though. Here's a text-to-win flyer. This is just trying to build a, this is what everyone else is doing. Win a free $20 gift certificate today. Text to win. Join our text loyalty club and enjoy great coupon savings event. This is what everyone's selling, but you can do it too. Every 17th entry wins a $20 gift certificate today. That's not a bad deal for the business owner, because now they're actually getting they're getting a lead in their system for only $1 as opposed to giving 10 or 20% off. You understand that? I'll pay $1 all day long to get a lead in my system. That's cheap.
But you must understand something too. I can tell you, I get these texts from like that, and I just basically erase them. It's much different utilizing a personal approach.
That's what I've been trying to preach. Wes, you get it. This is what everyone's doing. This is what everyone's doing.
I erase them.
Yeah. But
the personal one, you're more likely to, respond and feel more that.
I would venture a guess. I don't have any firm statistics on this, but I'd venture a guess you're 50 times more likely to respond.
At least read it.
Yeah, you'll read it. That's the most important part, right? Here's one for win a free haircut today, win a free massage today. So you just play with these if you want to do that. And then here's a PDF I threw in here. I found this last night. I didn't write it because I don't cold call, but if you want to get through the gatekeeper, basically how to take control of the conversation.
So what approach do you take then, Mike? If you don't cold call, do you just drop in their office and?
Well, now I just work referrals. I have a caller that calls my referrals. I like to do group presentations. I've made my whole entire adult life. I've done group. I'm a great platform speaker. Well, I don't know if I'm great, but I've always made money doing it, so I got to assume I'm great. But now but when I started, I'd cold call. Just go. Well, I had sphere of influence, and then the referral started. Except you got so much time in the day. If I go into my dentist's office, if you go into any strip mall in America, if you go to your dentist's office and look to your right and look to your left, you're going to see 4 other people that can use your system. So have some flyers in your hand. And obviously I don't have to tell you guys you need to be presenting to the decision maker. Now in some cases, I'm going to say this, and this is up to you guys, it's okay to present the appointment setting system to the office manager. Because you're never going to see the dentist if they don't know you. Their job is to keep you away from that dentist. But if you go in there and make the office manager feel important, they're the ones that have to deal with that mundane crap of they have to watch over whoever's doing the appointment setting. You understand my point?
Yeah.
So if you present to the office manager, make them feel important, they'll become your biggest advocate and go to the dentist. Or the physician, or whomever. You understand what I'm saying? So in some cases with our program, it's okay not to be, it'll probably be a 2-call close, but who cares? Because once the dentist sees it, they're gonna refer you to their other dentist buddies. And you'll get to the point, guys, where you're able to do what I do and do this remotely so that you can be selling to their dentist buddy that's in 3 states away. Because you're going to do it over the internet. I mean, we're getting ahead of ourselves, but you understand what I'm saying? You can work the entire nation. You're not limited where you're at. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, and also as far as going to car dealerships, all those salespeople on that floor, their only job is to, once you walk on that lot, they have to get your phone number. And if you've ever went out shopping for a car, you know what I'm talking about. Because they'll start calling you daily. So it's okay to pitch the lead generation thing to sales managers or sales reps. Say, go into the dealership, say, who's the best sales rep in your lot? I guarantee you got a better shot them listening to you than any higher up. Because that sales rep alone may buy the system.
Right.
So they can take all the leads. They got $150 and $49 a month. As far as real estate agents and loan officers, you can approach the Keller Williams. Don't ever approach RE/MAX. Those guys are arrogant. If you sold for RE/MAX, I apologize, but they're arrogant. Go to your Keller Williams, your Century 21. Century 21 is really one of the best places for new agents to go to because they give you that down-to-earth training. So they need your system. Those guys at RE/MAX think they know everything. But I'm telling you right now, that epiphany we had today as a group, go to those schools, man. Get them now. And you tell them, buy it now. Don't wait till you get out of class. Because you can sell your leads to your agents in the office you're going to right now. Yeah, guys, that's another way you can make money. Just generate the leads yourself and go sell those leads for $250. I'm not recommending that. Let them do it themselves because that's not the business you're in. But I'm just saying you guys think outside the box. Leads are very valuable. All right? So understand that more often than not you want to pitch to the decision maker, but it's okay to sway if you're focused. All right, here's my website went down last night, my hosting account, and I was trying to build this. It's Proactive Leads, independent contractor agreement, and the links in your. Here's going to be the terms and condition of your. This will be up later this afternoon of your. It's the independent contractor agreement you guys are agreeing to. Pretty straightforward. Talks about the commission. Nothing we haven't talked about. So you'll have to go in there later today, complete that. Actually, this is that page. I have to clean it up. I don't want to explain it because whatever, I got to clean it up. So later today you're going to go in and read this. It's not done. And then this page will be a form you're going to complete just saying that you agree to it. Now remember, this is all done from the internet. So once you sell this system, you're just going to go to this page. This is the service agreement between the client and Daylee Dealz, us. And you just complete this form. Type of license. Okay, they're only going to do 49 texts a month. Make sure you do 49. Number of authorized users. Wes, I think you're talking about if they have more than one office. Okay, 4. Well, if they have 4 offices, you better bump them up on the text usage right now. You understand? Use your brain. Yeah. But you're probably going to need 1,500 texts a month. Okay. Number of keywords. Just do 3. They probably get unlimited. It's up. I'll take care of that on the back end. One-time sign-up fee, guys. This is entirely up to you. At this point, I don't want you charging more than $150.
What exactly again is a keyword?
Keyword is text this to that number. Text MVP1 to a number. MVP1 is the keyword. Are you following me?
Yeah.
Are you following me? You don't sound like you're following me.
I'm not.
Yeah. Don't be shy. Let me show you. I'll show you. Here's a flyer. Text, you can win. That's the keyword.
Oh, that's for the lead generation thing.
No, it's for all of them. All of them will have to have a keyword. There's only one system. Well, now I'm confusing you. Just it's for the lead gen, but they can do lead gen without it. Like just leave it low. Just leave it blank. Because I'm the one training these guys once they sign up. You guys are done. I get them on the internet and I train them how to use their system. Plus, we'll have their training videos in the back too that they can always refer to. So when you're on just don't even talk about keywords. Just leave it whatever it defaults to. But at least know what a keyword is. What it is the keyword puts it in a different database if they want to segment their databases.
All right.
Like if I want my people to get, if I'm a dentist, but don't worry about it. I'll figure out a way to explain it to you better somehow. I just don't have time. I've been thinking so much on my feet this morning. All right, one-time fee. Right now, I don't want. This is your money, all of it, every penny of it. But right now, I don't want you charging more than $150. I want us to have some continuity. That doesn't mean you can't call me and say, "Wait, I know I can get $200 out of these people." Well, if you're going to get $200, I got to give everybody the right to do 200. But there is a point I'm going to say, okay, now you're ripping people off. Okay.
You want to do what's fair.
Right. So you guys can put 0 in there. If all you can do is get the monthly, you can put 0. I don't care because I don't get any of that money. That's your money. So you guys decide what you want to put in there. I just want to know you're putting it in here, so you're letting me know. So when I'm talking to those people, we're on the same page. You understand?
Yeah.
Because you guys will all be charged a different set of fees. As long as I know what you charge that client, then we're on the same page. Then have them pick what referral package they want. Do you want to do 3 and it's free, or do you want 50 time one time? If you guys don't want to offer this because you have to split that fee with me, okay, then just say, oh, we no longer offer that. By checking this box, they've read the text engagement terms of service, which is right there. Point it out to them. And
Mike?
Yeah.
I hate to be stupid. I'm not really following the 50 payment for the referral. 50 one-time payment for each referred enrollee.
$50 one-time payment for each referred enrollee.
So they earn $50 for each person that they refer to us that we sign up.
Right. You'll find that's very good for network. That's very powerful for network marketers and real estate agents.
Okay. Yeah. I
that's how they think.
Right.
That's how they think. The thing is, you guys got to split that fee with me.
Right. Okay. I follow you. All right.
I'll pay half of it, but you got to pay the other half. I actually lose on that deal, but it's worth it because we're all thinking residual income, right?
Right. Right.
So this one I take care of because what happens with this refer 3 and it's free, I continue to pay. After they refer 3 people, I continue to pay your residual even when I'm giving that system free to your client.
Yeah.
So I lose money on that program, but it's a numbers game for me.
If you're getting 3 out of it,
right?
3 new ones out of it, yeah.
But I mean, it does shrink my margins. But it's okay. It's worth it for me, and it's worth it for you. You don't lose your residual on that person.
Right.
So you can offer one or both of these. But understand, on the $50 one, you will have to split that with me. I cannot afford to do that on my own.
Right.
But you'll know which one to offer them depending on who you're talking to. Almost everybody you're going to offer the free for 3, and it's free to, except for like network marketers and real estate agents.
Yeah.
Again, now we're back to the text engagement terms. That's right here. Okay. If you just say, okay, you need to go read this, and then in that important links page I'm sending you guys today, I tell you exactly what to point out, the highlights of what's in here. Basically, they're leasing the system. This last paragraph is who owns the data. So read through it, but I tell you what's important in there. All right? Where was I? Okay. Then they have to, that's their authorized signature when you type their name in there. If they were referred by someone, we need to know, and of course your name. As soon as this is submit, they're getting an email sent. So they have a copy, and I get an email sent. So I have a copy. You don't get an email. You don't need a copy of this. All right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're eliminating paperwork for you guys. I mean, I'm loving this. Then you got to figure out what you're going to pay them. Now, we have 2 sites. I want to talk to you guys about this. You're all independent contractors. Now, listen closely. If you guys want to get paid today, then go start your LLC or whatever, build good rapport, and say, look, first thing you do is set them up on the monthly payment plan. So you come to this link, and you choose the package, right?
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you do that, you hit subscribe. It goes to PayPal, bing, bang, boom, and then it's automatically billed every month. Then you got to decide what you want to do with the one-time payment. You can do the same thing with the 150, which is one link, or 100. What I'm going to recommend to you guys is that you build good enough rapport that they write you a check for that setup fee. Because all you're doing here is running it through me, and I got to get it back to you.
So, for example, my business here under my LLC is a SMG, Silicon Marketing Group. So they will write that. I can basically use that promotion as Silicon Marketing Group. Can I do that?
That's exactly what I'd like you to do. Just say you're an independent rep for Daylee Dealz. They're going to be calling. They're going to be contacting you with 48 hours to set up training and all this. And they're the ones that handle all customer service. You can always call me. They won't call you. We'll handle it. And remember, every time we upsell them, you guys are credited with commission. You just collect your check right now. That's why I want you to set up the monthly payment now, because now they know it's legitimate. You understand? Mm-hmm. That goes through PayPal. It has our Daylee Dealz LLC. And now writing that check to you is real easy for them. Now you guys can take that check, whatever amount you charge. I still want to know what you charge, like I said, so we're on the same page. And you're paid today.
So we'll send the month-to-month directly through this format.
Right.
And that they will see, obviously, it's proactive, so that will give us some credence.
Right.
The initial, fee of 100 or 150, that could be paid via us as independent.
Well, most of them are going to prefer to pay you by check anyway, so you just have them make the check out to you.
Okay.
If you don't have an LLC yet, get one as soon as you can, but it costs money. I mean, it's not expensive, but go ahead and have them write it check out to you. As long as you set them up on this payment plan first, they're going to know you're a legitimate business. That they got, because it's, you understand what I'm saying. It's giving you credibility.
Yes.
If they refuse to write you a check, then you, okay, well, we can go this way. Then if you charge them 150, you come here. If you charge them 100, you come here. See, I want you guys to get paid now. Keep you motivated. Because you're not going to see that residual. You're not going to see residual for probably 45 days or longer. But once that residual comes, 1 year from now, if you hang in there, you're gonna be pretty healthy. This is a residual gig. We're just doing this so I can get you guys some gas money and food money and rent money or whatever. Obviously, if you go out and sell 2 a day, which you can if you work hard, you're easily making $1,000 a week. That ain't getting anybody rich. You're talking to a guy that made $3 million in 1 year. But I see bigger pictures. But remember, to get to that income, I had to start with my very first client, and it took me 3 months to get my very first client, and I got 1 client. And it grew to what it did. So you just got to start. Every business, you've got to just start. You've got to get your first client. And the first one's always the toughest one. You guys call on people you already work with, and it shouldn't be that tough. Everything's right online here.
What you guys just showed 2 different sites?
I'm sorry?
One for 150 and one. You just showed 2 different sites, one for 150 and one for.
Yeah, because I could have done the drop down, except I didn't. It doesn't. I could have done a drop down, but if they see that you could offer them $100 sign up, you don't want to do that.
Understand.
So this one is setup 1, and these links are in your package, and this one's setup 2. The $100 is setup 2. I've made setup 1 150 because obviously you want to try to get 150. I hope you never have to come here. I hope they're just paying you straight, and you're going to find most of them will. Most of them will just pay you direct. That's 9 out of 10 are just going to pay you a check to you personally. And then if they don't, if they balk at that, well, at least you got a backup plan, right?
Yeah.
Now, some of you guys are going to do really good at this. Are going to want to build a sales team. You'll have to talk to me personally about that, and I'm all for it. But I don't have any margin to give, so we either have to figure out. Well, I'm not going to go into that right now. And like I said, if you guys go out there and tear this up, I got something I'm rolling out in about 2 or 3 months. Could possibly make you guys very, very, very wealthy within a year or 2. And I'm just teasing you with it, not to motivate you, because it's nice for me to know I can go to other cities and expand what I'm doing here. Any questions? I know that you got a ton of questions. You're probably confusing this or making this a lot more complicated right now than you should be. What I think you need to do is pick what you want, who you're going to call on. This week I'm going to go do lead gen. So learn that system first. Or this week I'm going to do appointment setting. I'm going to call on vets, every vet in this city. So learn that system first. And as you progress and you start getting, when you get referrals, you're going to have to expand your horizons, because you're going to get, they're going to give you referrals all across the board. I got a referral sheet right next to me from a chiropractor. They gave me a massage place, a women's health care, 2 other chiropractors, and a dentist. So they'll give you, your referrals won't necessarily be in the same industry. So you're going to have to expand.
Another thing to do is look in your city and see what type of events is happening that have all of these businesses that's already there in one place. And a lot of the people in charge and managers and stuff are there already. So depending on what type of visit it is, sponsors and stuff like that, home shows, stuff like that, just go in there and attack them that way.
Yeah, go with a group together. I'll tell you,
Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just take, for example, because I don't really have a very high number of warm markets here.
Neither did I. I had none.
So let's just say, for example, okay, I'm going to do appointment setting. I'm going to go after vets. I want to call on every vet or every chiropractor in the city. So what's the best way to approach that? Just call them up on the phone, or go in their office?
Go in their office with a flyer. I'm not a big leave behind person, but go in there. Wes had a great approach, and I thought was kind of unique that I never thought of. Wes, do you mind if I share that? That's the other thing, guys. We're going to probably do weekly sales training, but it's not mandatory. But I think it's a great way for all of us to brainstorm. But Wes was going around. Did you say it was okay, Wes?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Wes just went out before he even got, just to test the marketing of this. He just went out and started calling on, I think, vets, and was doing a survey. He said, well, Wes, why don't you tell him what you did? I don't know.
Well, actually, I told us 5 questions that you gave. I didn't know about them. I told us 5 questions that you asked about. As a matter of fact, I don't have it here with me. I had in the car. Do you, how often do you use your check it your phone, for your text messages, how often you want to work from you, and how often do you check how many times you check text messages, and do you think your customers will do this? Do you think customer locations will do the same? And then just now I know, I says, basically you told me about what you do, rather than saying that I have a program. I said I'd like to talk to you about how we can increase your business value and your cash flow. And I'd like to take about 5-10 minutes and show you what we do, who we are. What's the best time, or who can I speak to give the information? But before I do that, I simply had asked them what form of confirmation do you guys use for your presentation to customers? It was a vet. And she says they all told me that they use telephone, because they all use phone, and they also use postcards. Another one, they also use email. So those are the 3 formats. And the ones I spoke to particularly, they do not use texting. And they said they were looking into that. So I got to go back and talk to these 2 people, these 2 vets that were looking into texting. Now I know approach them and show them, and go from there. But I just go in and say, hey, I'm doing a very quick survey. They open up their PNet front and ask them a couple of questions, and then I go into a close.
You got the key is just get people talking. You're going to cold call, and the business owner's never going to be there, whether they're there or not. You're going to be told they're not there. They're getting hammered 20, 50 times a day by someone trying to sell them something. If I was starting brand new, I would think I think here's what I would do. Well, number one, because I came up with this real estate school idea, I think that's something to do. I think I would probably focus on lead gen. And I'll tell you why. Because now you can go to any place that they're making sales. Or you can drive around your neighborhood or the neighborhood next to yours all over, start calling the real estate agents. If they have a real estate yard sign for sale, and nothing else, if the only other thing they have there is a take one flyer, that's a perfect lead for you. Mm-hmm. Call them up on the property and say, well, if they don't even have a flyer, it's perfect. Well, how can I get a flyer on this property? Oh, well, then they'll start trying to sell you, and you're going to turn the tables and start selling them. You know, you're really losing a lot of leads by your system here. Or I'd go to a car lot, and who's going to approach you?
Salesperson.
Salesperson. Who are the easiest people to sell, by the way? Salespeople. They're the easiest people to sell to in the world. As soon as that salesperson approaches you, what do? You know, you're losing out a lot of business here. Would you like me to show you how you can really increase your sales? Well, yeah, because they ain't got nothing else to do. Trust me. And if that salesperson doesn't want to pay for it, they're going to love the system. They're going to bring you to the sales manager, who will bring. If they can't pay for it themselves, they'll bring you up the ladder. There's no way and start with your mom and pop sales dealer. You know, the used car, the buy here, pay here kind of thing. The other thing I would do is go to these I know you may hate it, but maybe you're already. Are any of you involved in a network marketing group?
No.
Have you ever been approached by someone with their network marketing?
Yeah.
Daily. So I would go find those network marketing groups and sell them the lead gen thing. Or go to loan officers. Just walk into a loan officer and just approach one of the loan officers. Those guys are mostly independent, and they spend their own money on their marketing. Say, how would you like to have real estate agents chasing you? They do the same thing as a loan officer. They go out to the for sale by owners or foreclosures. Or they go to real estate agents and say, hey, can I add this to your ad? And now they're getting the leads. Leads are gold. When you're in those businesses, leads are gold. The other thing I might encourage you to do if I were just starting out is, first of all, I wouldn't go to dentists because they're the ones that get hammered the most. I know they're the most logical place to go, but I would avoid them. Chiropractors get hit second most. I can tell you right now, home improvement companies are not getting, nobody's approaching it. So go through your newspaper tomorrow morning and see which one's saying which ones are advertising replacement windows or home siding. If they have an advertisement, couldn't you use the lead gen in it somehow? For a visual tour of our showroom, text this number, and the salesperson calls them right back up. Because anyone that texts that number has a spark of interest in what you're selling. So if I were starting right now, I'd probably start with lead generation. The people that need lead generation, because leads are gold. I would probably stay away from dentists. I would go to chiropractors, because they're really sucking wind right now. I would go to veterinarians. I'd go to upscale doctors, because everyone's too afraid to call on them, except for pharmaceutical companies. I guess my biggest point is I'd stay away from dentists and restaurants at this point.
Well, even doctors on the confirmation standpoint, because I know personally, that's even if it's a co-payment. That's
I agree with you on doctors. I'm just saying dentists. Dentists are just, everybody and their brother tries to sell dentists, because dentists are in the sales business. They understand marketing. So everyone goes and tries to market them. I mean, but the people that are out selling the text platform are already calling on every restaurant out there. You're just another one in the line. Even though your system's different and what you're approaching them with is different, you're going to get resistance from the get-go, because you're going to be perceived as another text platform salesperson. If you're going to home improvement companies, or you're not going to get resistance because they have no idea how to integrate it with their. Well, their thinking is there's no way I can't. It doesn't do me any good to text people every month, because they only buy once every 7 years. Well, you're going to show them why it is beneficial. Just that home inspection, plus the appointment setting for those. A lot of those guys, the appointment setting is very powerful. There's nothing worse than a no-show when you're selling siding, believe me. Driving 50 miles to get a no-show. And Wes was talking about his buddy with the awning company, the showrooms. Anything with a showroom, anything that they would love to show off on videotape, you integrate the lead gen with it. You just got to go to the path of least resistance for you guys. Now, some of you may already have a built-in network of a certain type of business. So you're going to have to think today, well, how can they use this system? I think I've shown you how there's some way to use this system for every single business owner. Whatever direction that is.
That virtual video that is being utilized, it is not necessarily an app. It's basically someone taking let's say a person for a car, a salesperson. He can go and he can take a simple video of a particular car that he likes that he wants to sell, maybe 2 or 3 of them, and then says, hey, I need to market that accordingly, and then he will upload that to YouTube.
Yeah.
And once they get on their phone and they dial this number, that will be able to come down and download them directly, or they'll go to YouTube. No,
what happens is, and it really doesn't matter. Let me explain. All right, so I do a real quick 2-minute video tour of the car showing the bells and whistles, right? I upload it to YouTube. I go grab that link to YouTube. I go to Bitly, a link shortener, and I shorten the link. Plus, it's trackable now, how many people have actually clicked on it. Then I write a message. Okay, then I put in the window, hey, for a virtual test drive of this car, text this keyword to this number. Boom. They immediately get a text that says, here's a link to that video. Then if they have a smartphone, they can click on that link and watch the video right on their phone. If they don't have a smartphone, oh, well, too bad, you still got their phone number as a sales rep.
Yes.
Or they can go home and type in the Bitly link in their desktop and watch the video. It doesn't matter. But it doesn't matter. Your objective is to get the phone number as a sales rep. You delivered it. You did what you said you would do. It's not your fault they don't have the technology to watch the video. But over 50% of everyone has a smartphone now anyway.
Yes, indeed.
And or if you want to make it real simple, if you're too lazy to do videos or stuff, you just do a quick spec sheet. So the text that's replied is price, $16,000 monthly payment with a little asterisk with approved credit, $229. You just put whatever describes the car, but they're not going to want to see monthly specs. What they're going to want to see is what's going to incentivize them to text is either a virtual tour or financing options. That's what they're curious. They want to know the down payment and what the payment will be on those cars. And the financing options, you can just text that information directly back. Right now, they can just, that's easy for them to do. But if you guys want to make more money, do virtual. The cool thing about virtual tours, guys, and this can help you make more money, is if you offer to do those virtual tours and upload them, you're going to get their car dealership more exposure if you use the right keywords on YouTube. Because people will type in a 2002 Pontiac Ponyville, okay? And if I'm typing it in from Aurora, Colorado, Google's going to return to me the first thing that has those exact words in it. And people do type Google search like that. And it's going to pull up their video. It's going to be on the first page of Google. I mean, I'm getting way overextended here. I'm just saying there's so many things you guys can do. Because once you guys get these guys as clients with this platform, I'll teach you other things to sell them.
Yeah, I think what is going to happen, Mike, is that we're gonna have to basically, as this is still an emergent situation, so we have to get up on wet, and then accordingly, there's going to be time set up where we'll have a little group conversation at a time to brainstorm for additional schemes that will be advantageous to all.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think we'll do that weekly. I'll have a weekly sales go-to webinar meeting where we'll brainstorm, and I'll start educating you guys more and more. Right now, you guys are probably sitting there saying, "Oh, I can't do this," because you're too confused, and the confused mind never buys. So what I'm trying to do is try to back off a little bit right now, and I keep expanding because I got so much stuff stored up in my brain. Just figure out what it is you want to. What first thing you need to do in the next couple hours? Figure out what it is you want to demonstrate. Do you want to demonstrate lead gen? Do you want to demonstrate appointment setting? Do you want to demonstrate building a database and using personal names? That's a very good one to go to restaurants with, by the way, because you're going in differently. So figure out what it is you're comfortable you want to demonstrate that you see the most value in, because you can't sell unless you see value in something personally. And then you go through the slides again. You see, okay, you find out who you're going to target. Then you go to Yelp.com and you start finding those people and you start calling on them. And the first 2 weeks, if you have no warm list to work, is going to be your toughest 2 weeks. You're going to have this. If you work 6 hours a day, though, you'll make a sale. But 3 weeks from now, when you're working referrals, you're going to be making 2 sales, working 3 hours a day. The first 2 weeks are going to be hell if you don't have a warm market. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Business-to-business cold call is very tough. It just is, because they're hammered by everybody. That's why if you don't have a warm market, if you have a warm market, dentists and things of that nature, go with the appointment center into something else. But if you don't have a warm market, David, like you said, I would focus on going to the lead generation route. Keep in mind, any sales organization that has personal salespeople, like you guys are I'm a sales organization. You guys are sales reps, right?
Yeah.
You guys will spend money to generate more sales. Most of these, even these sales organizations that provide leads, always pay their reps more money if they self-generate a lead. So if I'm out doing home improvement sales and I'm just a sales guy, I don't own the company, and I sell a home and they're putting their yard, and my company's putting their yard sign in there, if they get any calls from that yard sign, that's not a self-generated lead. Why wouldn't I put my own yard sign there for a virtual tour of this job? Text this, and now I just generated a lead. And for $49 a month, forget the setup fee, because that's gone. Once they pay that, it's over. That's not a real monthly. That's not an expense. That's just like a big drunk weekend or something in Vegas or whatever. $49 a month to generate leads. Same with those car salespeople. Everyone on that lot, yeah, they work on commission. So if they're serious about their job, wouldn't they spend $49 a month? And when the boss comes up and says, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm trying to generate business. Now, the boss ain't going to say nothing except, oh, my gosh, this guy takes initiative. Or work this newbie real estate angle. Go to the Century 21s, do a group presentation. I mean, just use your imagination. There's not a business out there that we don't have something that works for them. Sales is sales, guys. Commission sales is commission sales. You get paid for your efforts. No one said this is going to be easy. If you have a warm market, it's going to be a lot easier. If you don't have a warm market, you're going to struggle. You're not going to struggle, but you're going to have to work for 2 or 3 weeks real hard. But I am telling you that if you work real hard for 2 or 3 weeks, sooner or later you're going to hit that franchise owner that owns 10, 20 stores. Or he can get you in front of 200 other franchise owners on a webinar or at a convention. This stuff just naturally happens. Some people get lucky and it happens their first call. Some people, it doesn't happen for 6 months. It's numbers, guys. Except that what I'm telling you is you're going in there armed with a different approach than everybody else. And you have tools that most of them, no one else sees. Does that make sense? Because everyone else out there is preaching text to do these text to win and then give them all these great incentives.
Excellent.
Well, let's see. I've lost the attention of some. Oh, we're not watching our computers now. So I haven't heard from Joe in a while. Gary, we can't get on the phone. Joe's not paying attention to me. Oh, now Gary went away again.
I'm here.
Oh, all right. Oh, Joe raised his hand. All right, he is. We've gone about an hour and 45 minutes longer.
You're going to send us all of this information, right?
I'm sorry?
You're going to send us all this information.
Yeah, I have all your emails.
Because I'm ready to go ahead and
I have all your emails. I'm going to take everything in this folder. I'm going to clean it. I'm going to take everything in this folder. I'm going to zip it up, and I'm going to email it to you. A few things still need I need to work on the calculator. I'm still going to send you this calculator, but I might have to send you it again after I clean it up. I have to get the contractor agreement done, so you'll need to get that all filled out. It doesn't have to be filled out until you're ready to get paid your residuals. I don't need any of that until I need I do need the contractor agreement because I want to make sure that you understand your. Anyway, I'll get all this done before the end of the day. I'll get everything out to you, but I'll go ahead and zip this up and get this out to you in about 20 minutes so you guys can start playing around with this. Go through this presentation again. And just start letting your wheels turn. You'll find the solution if you look deep enough. I'm personally going to start calling on the real estate schools Monday. And if you guys don't do that, when we get together next, I'll tell you how it goes. Since I've never tried it, I don't know. I did it when I was in real estate, when I was going out recruiting agents. And I never had a problem. I always got in, I gave pizza, and I did my 30-minute spiel, and I recruited a ton of agents. So, but I've never gone in there and asked them if I could teach these guys how to make money as soon as they graduate. So I'll give it a shot. You guys can try it too and let us know. I'd really work on car dealers.
Okay.
And whomever you know. If you guys belong to any church or club, find the business owners. So everyone has a warm market somewhat if they actually look a little bit. And someday I'll tell you the story why I didn't have a warm market when I started. I have quite the life. I've actually written books, so I've had quite the life. But you're in. I really want you guys to succeed, not just for my own benefit, because I'm going to succeed with or without you. I don't mean to sound hard like that, but I'll succeed with or without a sales force. It's just going to be easier for me to succeed and get my bigger picture done with salespeople. or independent contractors and people I can roll out this other thing with. So, any more questions? David?
Well, I'm a little confused now, I guess. Because I was really looking at this appointment setter thing, and then all of a sudden you're saying, well, don't even go to the dentist, don't even go to the chiropractors. They're being bombarded. But I thought we had a product here that was the best thing for them.
Okay, let me rephrase all that.
And then, well, if Wes, his experience with the vets is like, if I heard him right, that most of the veterinarians that he talked to weren't even doing any texting.
No, they're sending postcards and emails, but most of them are phone calling, and phone calls cost a ton of money in time.
Right. So, I mean, that looks like a great market.
I want you to understand something. I don't like working with dentists. I hate lawyers. I can't stand lawyers as people. So I'll never call in a lawyer. I don't like them as people. I think they're I'm sorry if you were a lawyer in the past or whatever. I think they're the scourge of the earth. I think they're the biggest lowlifes that ever.
I can't agree more with that.
Okay? So I will not even approach a lawyer. I will do nothing in my power to help a lawyer out. I don't go to dentists just because I don't like making two calls. Here's what you do if you want to work dentist, and it is a perfect market. So is chiropractors. You get used to the fact that you're going to do a 2-call close, and you go in and you pitch the office manager. You don't even try to get to the dentist. Don't try to get to the chiropractor or the dentist. Try to make the office manager feel important. Show him or her, mostly her. Get her as an advocate, and then you'll make the sale. Because the dentist will say, well, if you think we need it, then go ahead and get it. They won't even look at it. And the office manager has a heck of a lot more, just as many referrals to other office managers as the dentist does of other dentists. Most of these dentists, for this type of price range, will give their office manager rein to make decisions. Same with doctors' offices. So I apologize. No, absolutely you should call on them. But just be aware that you're probably going to want to try to pitch the office manager. I sold one last week. I pitched the office manager. She's the one that does all the work anyway. So she brought the chiropractor out for 2 minutes. He looked, oh, this is kind of slick. Yeah, go ahead. That was it.
So in your personal selling, what have you, that's what I'm, I guess, wanting to know is what exactly have you been doing so that I can duplicate instead of try and reinvent something?
I've sold it. I've been doing it long enough. I've sold everybody. So I'm in a position now that I just work referrals. So I got to think back in time where I started. I started with restaurants. The problem with me, guys, is I started with restaurants doing what everyone else is doing. I've evolved. I was out selling text clubs. Text this word, get 20% off to restaurants. Because I didn't know all this existed until I built it myself. So I started with restaurants.
Yeah, that's almost an entire lifetime ago with the way texting has evolved here.
Well, it hasn't really. Yeah, that's true. But right now, I just work referrals, so it's kind of like whoever the referral is, I got something for them. It's a matter of.
Well, okay, yeah, that's fine. So,
see what you're trying to.
What businesses are you selling most to? What businesses are most? I mean, what's the gamut of the businesses that you're selling?
Well, that's what I'm trying to explain. It's just trying to compare yourself to me is because I have a 90% closing rate because I'm working referrals, and the businesses range today from restaurants to daycares.
Well, what makes the referral give you such a high close rate?
Well, because referrals are always a higher close rate because you got third-party endorsement. When I call up and say, hey, Dr. Swinson told me that to give you a call because you really need to check out this system I just got him involved in. It's really beneficial to him. Number one, you're almost always going to get an appointment. And number two, you got a third-party endorsement. And when you demo the thing, it either sells or it doesn't. But it's a lot easier decision for someone to make if their buddy Dr. Swinson bought it. Then it's always easier to buy, knowing that someone you know bought. Referrals are just everyone knows referrals are just that much easier. Always have been. You almost always charge more for a referral, but I don't. Maybe I'm missing the question. I mean, if you're starting out there, that's what I was trying to explain. Pick what it is you want to promote. Do you want to promote the appointment setting? Are you more comfortable? Do you see more value in the appointment setting than the lead generation thing? If that's the case, then that's what you need to promote. And then you if you're comfortable go to day spas, man. Women love to talk. Those day spas and those hair salons, those salons, they schedule appointments all the time. Go to dentists, go to vets, it's just whatever.
It's a numbers game. Numbers game.
Yeah, everything's a numbers game, and it's bigger number game in the early weeks until you start getting referrals, and then referrals. You get 5 referrals for every person you get in the system. You're not going to have to worry about prospecting. You just got to talk, walk and talk. So I gave you a flyer for the appointment set in your package. You have a flyer in there for the appointment setting thing. You want to leave a flyer behind.
Yeah,
Mike, are you going to?
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was just wondering, Mike, are you going to be emailing that package to us?
Yeah, this afternoon I'll
Okay.
zip it up and email everything that you're seeing right here to you. I mean, sales is sales. Business to business sales it's one of the most lucrative sales jobs in the world. And because it's so lucrative, it's one of the more difficult ones. But you've got to keep in mind, business owners are they're consumers and people too. And if you believe in what you're bringing to them, see they've heard it all before. There was a study done. They pretended that there was a show on this Pimp This Landscape or something like that, kind of like that show where they redo your whole house for free.
Yeah, makeover thing.
Yeah, something makeover. It was a landscape makeover. It was a real show. This is true story, guys. 8 out of 10 people that they offered to do this for said no.
Have a free landscape makeover of their home.
Yeah. Why is that? Because we are all conditioned to say no, and we all have a fear of buy-in. And we all think that nothing's for free. So they may tell you, oh, I've heard it all before. No, you haven't. You haven't seen our program. Or, we're not interested. You'll hear that more often than not, that we're not interested. Well, how can you not be interested? I haven't even told you what it is. That's the one that I love. We're not interested. You're not interested in what? Whatever it is you're offering. How do you know? We're just not interested. So you're not interested in increasing your cash flow and the value of your business? No. Okay. You're not going to ever get through those people, man. It's a numbers game. The first 2 or 3 weeks, just go out, pound pavement, and as soon as you start getting referrals, it just becomes so easy. Follow the path of least resistance.
Okay, well that's a little bad. Like I say, I was all gearing up to go talk to dentists, chiropractors, and vets, and then when you said, stay away from them, I go, God.
The reason I tell you to stay away from it, and I didn't mean it literally, is because that is not your path of least resistance. You're going to get rejected more often with a dentist or a vet. Not a vet so much. Vets are pretty open-minded. Dentists are very protective. You're going to get rejected more times. Go to doctor, specialists, podiatrists, things of that nature. They don't get hammered all the time. dentists get hammered by everybody to buy something. That's all I was trying to explain to you. So they're very protective. But they're on there's 4 of them on every corner, so you can call on a lot of dentists, and you'll get through sooner or later. I'm not saying avoid them. It's not.
Yeah. Well, I don't really care. I don't really care who I talk to. I'm just wanting, you know.
I've given you a lot of ideas of who you can call on. I've given you a lot of ideas. Excuse me, guys, of people you can call on that have probably not been approached with the text platform.
Yeah, well, that's one other thing I was going to ask you, because like I've been helping a lady friend of mine, and she has a child ID business, and we've been calling on daycares, and I've been trying to think how the daycare would want, how they would be interested in this kind of product, a daycare, because I know that was on your list.
Okay, all right, you ready for this? What is the system? What the very first slide, second slide I showed you, what is the system?
What about the cell phones?
What is this? What is all advertising and marketing?
To get more money.
No, it's communication. You're communicating. It makes it easier for you to communicate to people, correct?
Yeah.
Now, wouldn't a daycare want a way to communicate with parents? Whether it's selling them something or not, wouldn't it make it nice to just blast out a text to all the parents? Hey, we're not open today because of weather. Or, hey, we'll give you a 2 weeks free daycare if you refer a person, a friend. Wouldn't a text platform make it very easy for a daycare to communicate with the parents of all those kids in there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you want a good way to start, guys? I don't know who's still on. I guess all of you are. How about you guys, I don't know how desperate you are for money. How about you just waive the setup fee? Let them try it for $49. Because you think there's some business owners that send their kids to daycare? How about churches? Do you think a church should see any benefit and be able to communicate through text to all their parishioners? You think there might be some business owners in that church? Hey, give this a shot for $49. Or give me $50 setup fee. You see, guys, all I'm trying to do right now is teach you the setup fee is yours.
Yeah.
If you just can't move it at all, and you even have to give them the $49 for the first month, I'll probably do that for you if it'll help you get more business. In other words, you can set them totally up for absolutely free, and once they try it for a month, we'll start billing them if they want to go forward, which they all do. And then you'll get your setup fee. But there's always a condition with that when you give something away free, right? So you say you have to allow me to text once or twice to all your parishioners about what I do. Hey, give David a call so he can set you up on one of these great text platforms. Are you a networker and own your own business? Give David a call. You see my point here, guys?
Yeah.
You are selling a communication platform. What about apartment buildings?
Office?
I'm sure you've all lived in an apartment at least once in your life, and you've came home to your apartment to see a flyer that was distributed by the property management company telling you don't forget your rent, or we're doing this, we're having a Hawaiian barbecue at the pool this week, or this or that. Wouldn't it just be easier for the property management company just to collect all the mobile phone numbers of all their tenants and text them?
You know what? I know for a place like that, that's a huge saving. Having to have time to put those flyers out, waste, and you can probably use that approach. Just to say, you don't have to.
Of course you can. You think I just pulled that out of my butt? I'm trying to get you guys to think a little bit that you're selling a communication device.
Mm-hmm.
You know, nightclubs can use it. You guys, you really need to start thinking outside the box, because when I roll out this other thing with you, you guys are you're going to be blown away. You're actually going to be going out and giving this thing away. But we're not ready to do that. I got to see what you got in you now. But there's just no end to it. So if you have to be creative, let people try it for free. Even the 40, the 49, because it costs me money. There's no free if you're giving it away. Because if they're texting, it's costing me money. So, we got to have some reason to give it away for free. If it means you're going to generate more business, great. Giving it away to like a property management thing, I bet you there's some business owners or people involved in network marketing that live in those apartments. I've lived in an apartment. I got divorced 3 years ago. I moved into an apartment, and this is when I was making $3 million a year. You understand?
Yep.
So use your imagination. Just communicate with me. Let me know what you need or what we can do. Just don't handcuff yourself. That's kind of what I was going with the dentist and the vets. That's who everybody calls on. Nobody's calling on these other places. And just remember, what you are selling is a communication device, platform. The best communication platform available. The platform that not only do more messages get read and delivered, but our system itself is the best. So if you start thinking in that terms instead of marketing, everyone that's out there trying to sell this platform is trying to sell it as a marketing tool, whereas really a communication tool. Mm-hmm. Anybody that needs to communicate to somebody, and communicating with past clients is a real good way to go, or current clients. So you got the weekend to ponder all this stuff, and you got the weekend to I'm not going to take calls today because I got to clean up everything I'm sending you over. But if you guys want to talk one-on-one tomorrow, I have a 10 o'clock appointment in the morning, 10 o'clock Mountain Time. That should last about an hour and a half. But other than that, I'm free all day. Just text me or something and tell me to call you, and I'll talk with you one-on-one. But I want to get all this cleaned up into you today. And so we'll talk tomorrow, and hopefully you guys are ready to go Monday. So I don't even want you to talk to me today because I want you to spend the day and evening using your own creative juices, coming up with some out-of-the-box thinking, coming up with some ideas. And then when we talk, I can help you get started. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
What are we going to be able to use today? Are we going to be looking at the platform or just trying to send it over just later?
No, as soon as I get this thing zipped and mailed to you, there's a few things in here that aren't complete, but the links to all the platforms, you guys can go start playing around with the platforms.
You got to get that agreement.
The links will be in there to where you got to, and don't worry, you can't break it. So if you make a mistake, I'll clean it up. Don't worry. So you'll be able to play around with that today. The videos for the appointment setting are up online. You can watch that. That's 3 minutes each. It's that simple. But I'll keep adding videos this week. I'll do some more videos today, this afternoon, and start loading those up on the train so you guys can start. I'll do a lead gen video to show you how to build those things this afternoon and get that up by tomorrow morning.
Yeah, so YouTube.
So
Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate to say it, but I'm going to have to cut out of here.
No, I kept you way too long.
No problem. It's been very informative. I was off the mic for about an hour. You had me muted there, and it just came back on about 15 minutes ago.
I haven't muted anybody. I don't know what's going on with this system.
Well, my system kept saying that the moderator had me muted and would not even didn't even have the key highlighted for me to get back on.
Well,
but all I'm saying is I'm going to have to cut out of here. But so should I be looking for that email this afternoon?
Yeah, I'm going to send it in about 30 minutes, so just check your email. It'll be a zip file.
Okay.
All right, Joe.
I'll be looking for it.
You ready?
Yep, and all y'all have a good one.
All right, buddy. Thanks for coming. All right, why don't we call it the day?
Okay, thank you.
You guys can all talk to me tomorrow, one-on-one. I don't care how much time you need, but let me get all this cleaned up and get out to you today, and then I'll just talk to you tomorrow. Okay. Take it serious, guys. You got a big, big thing ahead of you.
All right. Talk to you then. Thanks a lot.
All right, guys. Thanks. Bye-bye.